Go get it, baby. What's going on? Another live stream. Here we go. I'm getting my coffee in. There's your intro. Let's do the show. Let's get some comments rolling. We'll do some Skype calls later. I'm feeling pretty good today. I think I'm going to go take my fat ass, get on that pitch, and I might actually go live. I might do this in 2 hours. We'll see after this show. Get in there. Let's do some shoutouts. Let's see who's in the comments. Faria Osmond, Stephanie Hopkins, JBSL Vlogs, 3 great subscribers. 4 now. Patty Doyler, living the dream. How's it going? So this is just a random stream. We can kind of get into whatever here. I'm going to do the pitch thing. You know what I'm also going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. We'll talk about the leaked kits. I think I saw those already. It's an old pic. I'll put it up on here to show you as well. Before I go forward, here's the... Okay, no, that's Allison. Hold on a second. I just got these pics. I'll show you what I'm talking about if you guys want to look at what I'm looking at here. Where is it? Anyways, I will be going live at the pitch. I'm going to do it today. I got to find this thing, and we'll get into the comments again. All right, maybe I'll look at it later. All right. Forgot to get it set before I went live. Screw it. I don't care. The England shirt. Exactly. Okay, so forget the image. I'll show it to you later. I got my phone, and I'm going to stream, and I'm going to have my phone as well, so I'll be able to take comments while I play. And if I could get the Skype calls going for the banter, I would do that too. That actually might be possible. Nabil Fakir could make a difference. Shout out to Abd El... Okay, I can't pronounce it. Abd El Rahman Fatih. There you go. Get it. Jack Daniels. Press Firmino. That England shirt. Cheering for Egypt. Still love England, though. I just have no faith in them. They might actually do really well this time around. I have a feeling they might do really well. Martin Aston. Jody LC. Go get it. How's it going? Jade Exley. So, let me see here. Let me get you a picture of these live or the leaked kits. You know what? I saw these a long time ago. Just for some of my subscribers, I'd like to get that on the screen. Get your comments in there. Get into any topics you want. There's really nothing to discuss unless we make a topic. And I'm just rolling pretty casual today. Where's my thing here? So, where's the... I'm sorry. I should just download this again. It'll take forever. Yeah. Okay, screw it. I'm just going to go get it again. Sorry for the delay here. Can't find anything when I'm live. There he is. Okay, I gotta just download this thing again because I can't find it. Save picture as... Oh, that's why. Oh, man, my life is crazy. It's ridiculous. That's why I couldn't find it. There it is. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Here you go. Okay, those are... let's fit this to screen here. Okay, good. So I had seen these a while ago. This was floating around the internet today. I've seen this a long time ago, actually. They had, the white one was pinkish. Now they changed it to that. I saw some people tweeting the purple one today. So I don't know. I guess I buy into this. Not bad if it's true. We already saw the first kit. And that looks kind of similar. So anyway, that's what they look like. Back to the show. And we'll read some comments. Maybe do some Skype calls. Let me look at my comments here. All right. JBSL Vlogs. The third kit is real and purple. Zayn Ali. They look good. I like these kits. They're not bad. They put up a really ugly pink one. What's this, Louis? This take... When we went in, they said we have to have to bid 100 mil. What? Okay. Oh, that's for Lamar. Carlso, too. Sheriff Ibrahim. Do you think Liverpool will be close to getting the title next season? I do. We have a fair shot at it. Let me scroll up here. Let's get in here. We got random topics. Let's get into some World Cup. My man, JD, Jack Daniels, the Belgium supporter. Hope you do well this year, Jack. I am going Egypt and England. And if they play each other, I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to cheer for Egypt, though. Egypt's my number one. Just because of if that were to happen, it'd be so amazing. Jade, actually, I think England can do well. Hopefully, Trent will perform in the World Cup. Let's see here. Good comment. Shout out. It's Scott. It's Scott. Go get it. I want to do more than shout outs. I love when I do a shout out and then I put a saying on it. It's Scott. Go live the dream of a lifetime. Go get it, baby. Stuff like that. Shout out. I gave you one. You got another one. You got the epic shout out. Faria Osman, my dark horse is England. They are underrated. And I really don't care how they do. I do. I care. But I went from like a diehard supporter thinking that's all football was before I was a Liverpool fan, like really into Liverpool. And now I just don't care. So, Joe England, you know what? They'll have a run, I think. They'll get out of their group stage. We'll see. I'm jumping back on. I've cheered for them for 20 years. And I had enough. So, they probably will do well. If you want to get the semis, Jack, yeah, you got a good squad. Portugal going under the radar. European champions, for God's sake. JBSO Vlogs is calling. Let's get JBSO Vlogs in here. Go get it, go get it. All right, let's go. JBSL Vlogs.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, man, the Legends called in again. Doing well. I'm just turning up my audio here. Doing good, man. Just making sure the audio is pretty balanced. Should be good. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I heard about the Thomas Lamar going to Atletico Madrid. That's what's sorted out now. So we missed out on a really good player.
Yeah. Yeah, I really thought we were going to get him at one point. Then it just kind of went quiet.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been thinking about him at all recently. I wasn't aware of that. So,
yeah.
Atletico picking up Thomas Lamar. Did you drop? Are you there?
Yep. I'm still here.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, things are going well. It's a good day out. I want to do some shout-outs here. Mad Hantu, audio good so far. I've gotten better at it. I figured out we had some problems doing this. Whenever you try to do this stuff, things default into things. So, Egypt will do it. Press for me. What the scenes, man, if Egypt were to pull it off. Be crazy. It kind of be like Leicester winning the title. But even I think Leicester, I don't know. That's probably, what do you think would be bigger? That Leicester winning the title was so huge, especially for the odds.
Wolves have a good squad. I must say, they bought a really good striker today.
Who's that? Sorry, who? What?
They Wolves signed Mexico Jimenez, Raul Jimenez from what's that team? I forgot what that team is. Oh, Benfica. They bought a striker from Benfica.
Okay.
Right on loan.
Mad Hantu, I want underdogs to go for this World Cup. Sick of a Euro team and Brazil winning. Time for African giant. Let's try to stick with the comments for a little bit because there's really not big talking points right now. If we do the Skype stuff, it'll kind of get a little bit lost. It does work, but I really feel like just kind of looking at comments today. I want to try to get everyone in here. Gerard Donahoe. Hi, Sean. You okay? Like your shirt? Cool, mate. Oh, he's got the glasses. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing so good that I'm going to go get it, and I'm going to the pitch after this stream, and I'm going to stream. Just come and have a laugh, okay? I'm going to try screamers, too, so it's going to be pretty... The ball's going over the net today.
Yeah.
I will try to get the Skype calls going in, too, so you guys can all laugh at me live. Then it'll be, people will stick around more. Zayn Karim's around. He just sent me a message, so...
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm just looking at something quick about Liverpool. Yeah, about Fekir and all of that. We might get him, and then Arsenal looking to sign another player, and The striker which Wolves signed, he scored 31 goals in 102 appearances. He won the Portuguese trophy within the Portuguese league with Benfica. So he looked like a really good striker. Looked
Okay.
threat. So we should watch out with Wolves next season. They have a really good squad.
I've never heard of him. I don't know all these teams and a lot of these other players, so I don't know. Joe Fizzo, John Lilliot, worth a tenner on Brazil. Yeah, England will be crap as usual. Yeah, that's it, buddy. A nice dose of truth. Truth there. Truth. Truth. I've given up on England, so they're getting to the quarters. Maybe they get to the quarters.
They're gonna get knocked out by Iceland.
That's what did it. I was like, you know what? Nothing against Iceland. It was awesome seeing them have that run like that and their crowd doing the celebrations and that chant, whatever that was. Good for you. England, I'm so disappointed. Forget it. We're done. It's just a nice shirt. It's just a nice shirt at this point. No, I'm gonna always cheer for England, but if they come up against Egypt somehow, I'm totally cheering for Egypt. Quarterfinal, Alan. Joe Fizzo, purple kit. Yeah, here's what they look like. These are old, actually. There you go. So those are, we've already seen the home kit. The purple one seems legit, and I guess this white one too. There you go. Sorry, I got a thing here. Whatever. Anyway.
Sporting Lisbon. Right. Sporting Lisbon have released, I think, a lot of players from their contract, from their release clause. Because there's this guy called Bruno Fernandes, I think, right, from Sporting Lisbon we want to get. He's similar to Coutinho, right? He's Portuguese, right? I think he's playing in the World Cup, so you can see how he plays. So he looks like a really good player.
Okay, what's his name again?
Bruno Fernandes.
Fernandes. Okay, a little bit of bass on your end, so some of it I can't pick up, but not bad audio. What do you think of Lazio Cheeky 5 million bid for Gruitch? I didn't even know about it. Martin asked, and I'm gonna read some more comments here. Harry Kane top scorer, 66-1, worth a tenner for those odds. Yeah, because you never know. Obviously, he's gonna get goals if England play well as a team. That I'd put money on that. That's actually crazy. 66-1 top score. You never know, right? That would be, you'd make a lot of money if that happened for $10 or £10. Divaldi Jonathan, Louis 11. I want Fekir as well. We're getting Fekir. Joe Fizzo.
I can't wait for the Premier League fixtures. It's released on Friday.
That's coming out 2 days from now. Yeah, so I got to go back to work the day the World Cup starts, but I'll try to do a live stream. I really got to take this channel to the next level. I'm still going to do the streams like this. I'm obviously doing the call-ins. I am going to put a border in my stream. I noticed way back months and months ago, I saw the United stand, and I was very impressed with the setup, right? So I said, you know what? I should do stuff like that. And I will get for the starting 11, like a nice little runner at the bottom. You know, we can type Joe Allen in there. Breaking news, Joe Allen's a legend, even though it's never breaking news because we've all known that forever. We can do everything on this show. So I want to put in a border for some things, good themes, starting 11, get the Skype calls in, Skype video calls. But this is good. Our setup's already pretty much set, but I want to get, I got to take it to the next level and get some more different ideas and switch up every stream so every stream has its specialties. So yeah, things are going in. Harry Kane, the tap in merchant. Yeah, put a tenner on it. The purple kit looks like one of those sweet sweats you find in Quality Street. Zayn Ali Salah is training in Russia today, working on his shoulder. Looks like he might be on the bench against Uruguay. He might start. I think he might start.
Yeah, he might.
I think he's gonna start. Again, it's World Cup. You only play in your group. Do you only play your group each other once in the group? It's not twice, right? Anyone?
Sure.
No?
Well, I'm gonna have to go quick because I have to break my fast.
That's okay. That's okay, brother. All right, I'll talk to you later, and thanks for calling in, man.
Okay.
All right, cheers, bro. All right, so now I can relax a bit. Skype calls are good. But I want to get into some comments here, some classic mode. Jack Daniels, Belgians hate our coach's chemistry is never there. Salah has to start. Yeah. So I guess they play once, right? Yeah, because I had looked before and I go, oh, I think they only play once in the group stage. So you got to play. Salah is going to start in that match. Because if he doesn't start in that match, like, what are the odds of them beating Uruguay? If Salah starts, they can draw Uruguay. Like, they can tie them or something. So, yeah. Get in there. Their first match is on Friday the 15th. All right. Breaking news, Johan is a legend. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun on this show. Look, if I can figure out the Skype calls when I go live, when I go to the pitch in the next hour and a half, then you guys can laugh at me. But you know what? I'm going to get good. I'm getting in shape, and I'm going to boss it. Zayn Ali. What's going on? Free Osman. It's sad they're so good. Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard. Yeah, Belgium's going to be a beast. We'll see what happens there. Who else do I want to see here? Owen McKeever. Yeah, add me on Skype and we'll get you on the show. Canada will win the World Cup. Heard it here first. Yeah. Too bad they're never qualifying. What a shame. And then it's bad enough that Canada's not in the World Cup. Then I cheer for England for 20 years. But don't worry, there's hope. Egypt's in the World Cup this year. So get in there. Perez Firmino. All right, back to the comments. Claire Dean, Uruguay have some pretty decent defenders, some pretty meaty defenders. I think Salah will come on as a sub. Martin Aston. Yeah, Liverpool ladies got a new manager, Neil Redfern. I saw that. Martin Aston. Divaldi Jonathan. I don't know why, but my gut is telling me that Spain will win the World Cup after beating England in the final. A heartbreaker for England. Since 66 it's been. So it's been over 50 years. England has not won the World Cup. I don't see it happening this time around. Didn't qualify, Alan. Italy's my choice. Yeah, they're out too. No Italy, no Canada, no Wales, no Joe Allen in the World Cup, no Joe Allen in the Premiership. That's just wrong. Heard Ellison will put big money for Allison. I saw something today about it, but I didn't buy into it. I'm telling you, the big two pieces that are still to come, Fekir and Allison, both I believe are going to happen. I really don't want Spain to win anything. Joe Fizzo, Sean, what about Richardson or real? I don't know, from Watford? I don't know. He's a good kid. Yeah, it's not a World Cup without Joe Allen. Exactly. Jade Exley, Sean, got a question for you. Is there any players who aren't in the World Cup that you think should be there? Not really. I'm not into it. I'm not really. I'll be your reaction guy for this thing, okay? I'll try to get as many matches as I can. Tom Wilson says Brazil will win. I have a feeling Brazil's going to win it too. I really do. It's weird. I want them to win and I don't want them. For Firmino, I would love for Brazil to win, but you know, El Snakeo's in there too, right? So England will go out for. He had a great goal though. England will go out in the quarterfinals, which will be a good tournament for England. Tom Wilson. Yeah, that would be. At this point, I'll take that. It's progress. Latest news, Lamar just signed for Atletico. Yeah, Lamar signed for Atletico. Egypt goalkeeper is horrible. Perez Firmino. I think Brazil or Belgium will win. Belgium would be nice to see them win it. Egypt's goalkeeper is 40-plus years old, going to break the world record. Liverpool Football Club. Has anyone else heard about Thomas Lamar joining Atletico? I only joined, so I don't know if you just talked about. Yeah, we just talked about it. Liverpool Football Club. Let's check out this channel. I think I saw you before. No, this is a different one. Hold on a second. I want to see something now. You know what? I'm just going to have a good laugh here. Let's see how much YouTube trolls me. This is for my own personal gratification. Let's see here. I gotta have a good laugh right now. Oh, is this a different one or is this the same one? Oh no, okay. There you go. All right. So, okay. I thought you were another channel. Mohammed Salah, King of Egypt. Egypt will have to win against Russia, Saudi Arabia to qualify, probably. Patty Doyle, I think Allison is waiting till after the World Cup. If he has a good World Cup, his price will rocket. Allison and Roma are holding off. Tom M, new away kit, and he does the poo face. 4 poo faces. 4 poo faces. The away kit. The away shit. Go get it. Not gonna buy it. You know what? I might buy it. I like the purple one. I don't mind it. Am I wrong? Even though it's an opinion. Purple. Yeah. With the orange letters. I don't mind the purple one. The white one. I don't mind this lineup. What was it we were gonna get? They were gonna do something really ridiculous. At one point I saw blue out there. But I think that was just a joke. I don't mind these kits. I just don't like the shirt design. Not the colors. I'm just not a fan. This kit from this year was so good. And except for the collar. Anyways, who cares? New Balance out. Yeah, get us Adidas. I think Mane should have got in a German squad. Or Mane. Sorry, I can't read here. I think Sane should have gotten the German squad. I was going to say Mane's not German. You guys have no sense of fashion. Press Firmino. Adidas back. Devaldi Jonathan. The away kit looks amazing with Mane in it. I saw that picture and I was going to tweet everything looks good with Mane in it. He looks amazing in the home kit. Joe Allison. Go get it. LOL. Anyway. And listen, trust me, when I put in the border and I start learning all these things and doing all these fun things with the cameras and the setup, I'll put a little Joe Allen here or a little, right there, a little Joe Allen face. Depends, not every day. It's going to get confusing for the new subscribers, but we'll have fun. John Elliott, I'm not going to even get into that comment. Oh my goodness, John Elliott. Where do I go from there? Orange kit was great. It was all right. Yeah, Lamar going to Atletico, Zayn Karim. Yeah. I could put it in the title and do a thing on it. Probably get me a few more clicks, but I'm not going to bother. We're already doing our live stream. Home kit is a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm not big on it. Shit kit, Allen. Old school Mac boy. At least it's not Arsenal's home kit. Yeah, I like the purple, Jack. I do. Martin Aston think Milner should come out of international retirement and gone in the England squad as he's been quality for us this season. Yeah, he wouldn't get slotted in though. It's a shame because he would deserve it too. Rumors Lazy Markovic offered to Olympiacos. Lazy, it's Lazar. Oh, poor Markovic. All right. Old school Mac boy. Oh man, playing in the orange kit equaled guaranteed 5-0. It did. It totally did. By the way, what time is it here? It's 4:20 p.m. 4:21 p.m. The best kit in the World Cup is Nigerian. Haven't seen it. Not too keen on the white away kit. Let's look at it here. Should have kept the clockwork orange. Clockwork orange. We had a great record in the orange strip. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame we didn't win that Champions League, man. Go to bed. Yeah, 3 in the morning. Thanks for watching at 3 in the morning. That's great. We got a worldwide audience. Markovic still in Liverpool? Not for long if he is. I thought he was already gone. I can't remember. Some of those more minute details I don't get into. I just don't have time. Craig Austin. Hello, Sean. Missed the last few. Been busy work. Who am I supporting in the World Cup? Egypt, number 1. England, number 2. Tom M. And then anyone else, I don't know. I might jump on a bandwagon to see who's doing, or see how people are doing here. I'm totally screwing this up right now. I might jump on the bandwagon, depending on which team is doing well. We'll see. I love underdogs. Blaze it. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. France #1. I'm French Canadian, so yeah, I'll cheer for France. Best World Cup moment was Zidane when he headbutted the guy and threw away the World Cup. At the time, I didn't want Italy to win it. And I just thought, what the heck? Why would you do that? But this guy's such a legend. Just won 3 European Cups for Real Madrid and then leaves them. And he could throw away a World Cup. Zidane's a legend. So looking back on it, it's a classic. It's almost bigger. It's not bigger than the World Cup, but it's for banter. It's great. Hit us up with some French, Sean. I don't know any French. Merseyside lost 9:25 p.m. I got to get over there. New trainer of Madrid is the coach of Spain, says Clayed. When we Skyping was fun. Last one? Yeah, Craig Austin. It was good. I got it on right now. Anyone's welcome to call in, but I do like the classic version of the show. The Skype is really good for audience retention, though. Sean, remember Joe Allen? Always remind us when you're away for a long time from YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say there. Joe Allen. Zidane should be our assistant coach. That would be awesome. That wouldn't happen, though. Where do you think he's going to go? Or maybe he'll go back. I was thinking he might go back. Like he left to make a point, then he'll go back. And I don't know. What do you guys think about Pochettino going there? For, you know, I don't see that happening this season, but you never know. Yep, new Liverpool 80s coach. Yep. I did see that. It's nice. It's a nice name when you say it. Yeah. Joe Allen. Zidane managing the French side. Yeah, that would be good. No one cares, unfortunately. Good comments, everybody. The white kid is amazing. Real have got a manager. Oh, they do? Zain Karim? I can't keep up with all this stuff. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. You got your own personal little spot in my comments in my thing here. Nice. Joe Allen is a musical name. The Joe Allen musical. I could create something right now. You'd have to come up with like words, but something like that. Joe Allen. I'm not gonna work on it right now. Craig Austin. I think Fekir is signing. Yeah, he's still gonna sign, man. Fekir and Allison. I'm very confident both will be acquired by Liverpool FC. With a few other surprises, maybe we pick up Shaqiri as well. I don't know. Moses Simon looks good. I think those two, and then a couple nice little additions as well. Hope so, mate. Craig Austin. I'm pretty confident. Fekir, I'm very confident. Allison, it's all in the dark right now with Allison. But I still am confident it's going to happen. Claire Dean, I'm with Sean on this one. Fekir and Allison are so signing. Yep. Richarlison. Joe Fizzo. Jack Daniels. I got to bounce. Have a good night, lads. Never walk alone. Let's Skype sometime. Anytime, bro. We'll do an off-air one. You're welcome to come on the air. But we still haven't done our whole, Skype chat, man. So you got to get in there. We'll do it. We'll work it out. You're busy. I'm busy. Jack Daniels, the legend from way back, like my first subscriber. Hadaway, Sean, I like your energy and character. Thank you. I know I do a pretty good job. Should I do the feature rant? No, I already did it on Twitter. I'll leave it for now. Fekir is 100% coming. The Phantom of Allen. Try to think of the music from Phantom of the Opera. Joe Allen. He's all scarred because he's in the championship now and he's not in the World Cup. So it's like, but he's still the legend. Sean, take the damn kits off. Oh, is it still on? Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. Shoot. There goes your audience retention right there. I thought it was on. I ruined the whole show. Feel like Zidane will join Chelsea. Interesting comment. If Fekir has knee problems, let's just play him in important games. For me, his quality is worth 40 million plus. He's a big piece. Huge piece. Fekir is such a nice bloke. Met him at training in Lyon. Xavier. Good comment. Nice, man. Press for me. No, thank you. Sean, in 1 year, how much fans you think... What? I don't know what you're asking. How many subs am I gonna have in 1 year? I don't know. I'm gonna drive traffic to my website and to this channel like you guys won't believe. So if YouTube doesn't want to play ball, I might say screw you and just shut off my related channels. I'm sorry, but like I want everyone to succeed, and that's not what's making me mad. What really makes me mad is that they'll just totally omit me and play games with me when I'm killing it, when I'm the trailblazing, groundbreaking show. And Joseph and his amazing Technicolor Alan. See, where else are you going to hear this stuff? Going to surpass Redmen TV? I probably can, I think, in subs. Listen, in terms of quality, Redmen TV, they're the #1 channel. No doubt about it. You know, no matter how big my channel gets, I'm never going to lose respect for Redmen TV, the Anfield Rap, on the bench. He's doing really well now. He's throwing in the Skype calls in there now. You learn from everyone, and it's good. And his channel looks great. He'll be really big too. I know he's going to be big. So I'm just tired of all the bullshit with YouTube. And it's been going on for years. And that's fine if they want to do that. But you know what? I got power in my hand too. So Sean, greater than any other fan channel. I really appreciate the comments. I don't want to start tapping and patting myself on the back. I'm just ticked off with YouTube and their little, stupid moves that they do. So that's all right. Jack Mack, the legend, deserves a big audience too. Exactly. Jack does. And I always try to help out Jack. He calls in on the show. I've known Jack for about 1.5 years, maybe. Jack is great. He's going to start doing the Skype calls as well. And I always try to get him a little bit more views when I can on Twitter. So yeah, no, Jack's great. In fact, Jack's very underrated. I think what YouTube does when they get a new channel is they pump it, right? And then they let it survive on their own for a bit to see how it does. They did that with Jack. They did that with some other guys on the bench. He's getting his turn now, which is good, Now everyone wants to do the Skype calls. Listen, man, I can't get any respect from YouTube. They know I'm boss, especially the reaction videos. It's going to be kiss the ring when I go live. All right. So it's all good, man. I try to be positive. I try not to get negative. Certain things are going to trigger me. I just don't like, especially when I'm a live show and they can't even link me properly. Little things like that do get under my skin. But I've got to learn to let go of all that. Redmen TV have been doing Skype calls for years, to be fair. Oh, have they? I didn't know. I didn't know they ever did one. Have they been doing live Skype calls? How often were they live? How often did they go live when I started going live? They saw. They knew. It's smart. I'm not... Look, I didn't create live streams. I didn't create live Skype calls. I didn't create borders. They're all great ideas, okay? So... Redmen TV doesn't call fans. No, exactly. Like, we're a trailblazing show, and I'm very honored to be in this position, and I know how good the show is. I'm going to make it a lot better. I'm just tired of the BS with YouTube. I get triggered by it all the time. Whoever's watched this show over the years has had a real good laugh at my freakouts. So anyways, I could rant for hours on this, but it's not good to keep going. So yeah, no, that's fine. Just see what happens. I'm going to go get it. So anyway, Tom M. Hadaway, Mardeep Mangat. What's going on? Let me take a look at something here. Hold on. We're doing really well. Just looking at something. What time is it now? Yeah. All right. I had to have a little laugh with myself. I was looking at a number there. Yeah, Mitchell Balzan. You are with fans live and better. MNTD do a journalist pre-record. Yeah. Oh, everyone's got their thing to offer. We all have I just think I deserve a lot more respect from YouTube. They are helping me out with the featuring. They've done a good job with a lot of things, YouTube. I've got to step up my game as well. I realize that. Try to get a few ex-Liverpool players on, Sean. That would really help too. Stuff like that. But, yeah, that will work itself out. Right now, my goal is to build my website. That's coming very soon. And up the quality of the show. And we'll get it. We'll get in there. Much more live streams coming. Match day, it's gonna get crazy. If I can balance it on match day, I'm gonna be having you guys ain't seen nothing yet. And I was doing about 4 streams on match day. Tommy Walker, do video calls. That would be interesting. I will. We can do them very easily. I've just got to work that into the show, and that might be a streaming issue. And I have to work on some tech issues as well over here. So you should do reactions to youth team matches as well. Would be epic. Yeah. Listen, all that adding the thing in there, it's a lot of work. Editing takes so much time. Okay, so I probably won't be doing stuff like that, but it's a great idea. You are with fans live and better. Yeah. So great talents. What other comments? You heard of everybody? Liverpool versus everybody? Yeah, I have. I can't remember who it is, but they've been in the I pretty much everyone's been in my comments before. Most channels, even bigger channels, have been in my comments. Please tell us if there's something new about the transfer window. Come back soon, Sone. There's really nothing new for Liverpool today. Atletico signed Lamar. That's the big one right now. Rossi, Bossy, FaZe. Love you, man. Thanks. Get in there. Very thankful, though, that I got a great audience. You guys are awesome. And the season's going to be nuts. I'm going to really step up my game. So much love to y'all, especially Tommy Walker, man. The amount that this guy's donated to me, Tommy Walker must have given me like at least $200-300. If I count the chat on YouTube, it's at least that. Tommy Walker, man, you're a legend. And for my PayPal account, I think there's maybe 100 or something left in there. I'm very transparent on this, my donation account. Thank you everyone who donated. I raised about $400 and I put it all back into, at one point I had bought FIFA. We tried that out. That was fun. Not many views, but it's good. And I put it back into the whole website thing. I've been paying into that, and it's going to cost me to run these live streams per month as well. So Tommy Walker, man, you're my #1 donor. There was a lot of other one. Fred Nielsen, he sent me I think $40. I don't have my list on me right now, but there's a lot of good donors out there. And I put all that, like most of that money has gone back into what I'm building now for the website. So much appreciated. Shaqiri, Devaldi, Jonathan. So I just had to give you guys thanks there. I really appreciated it. Shaqiri, yeah, might happen. I can't remember when I first watched you and your dad. I think it was when you just posted the reaction videos. Those were big. Reaction videos is our #1 draw. I'm telling you, once I get this thing going this year, and I'm gonna see, you guys don't even know, like, God is so good. God will always bring the right people into my life at the right time. So that's why I don't try to freak out when I say, oh, I'll work on this, I'll work on that. People saying you should do this, you should do that. I know, but trust me, there's levels to this thing. You got to relax. Part of living the dream is kind of, you got to kick back a little. Things are happening at the right time. I met this guy, and this guy specializes in driving traffic. I'm not going to get into this guy's numbers, okay? But we're talking 7 figures here. 6 figures is what this guy spends on advertising, and his revenue's 7 figures a month. I met this guy, and this guy wants to help me out. Actually, he drives a red, amazing car as well, too. Everything happens in its right time for its right reason and purpose. So I'm telling you, like I said, you know, I'm not worried, man. Like, YouTube, they want to be a bit prickish, no problem. I'm just going to throw it down. Like, this is going to get crazy. So Devaldi, Jonathan, anytime, man. No, I just watching is and contributing to the show is a great thing. Spending your time with me, time is money. So I don't undervalue all the time spent on this show by all my subscribers. I really appreciate it. Came back soon, Sane. Bro, wish you long life. We never walk alone. We are one blood. We are one together forever until we die. On, we love you. Great comment. Thanks, man. That's a really good comment. I hope so. I hope I get a good run. I want to live a long life. I want to live to like 100, but still be in good shape and functioning. I really want to do good. I feel like I'm meant to do some great things and to help people, and just, I don't know. It's hard when you're getting popular because the ego, you've always got to get the ego check. And I just want to grow the right way. And yeah, I thank you for that comment, man. I really want to live the dream. That would be living the dream to me, is, leaving a legacy of good works, helping people, and so many more things I don't want to get into because I don't want to start tapping my shoulder and getting into myself. But I have a lot of stuff to give. I got a lot of gifts, and I have to share that with the world. You could try and go to a preseason game if you're close to the venues. Yeah, I'm not going to go to any preseasons, but we'll get there. One day I'm going to go to Liverpool if I have the money, maybe in a few months. Much love to you all. We're just doing ramblings right now. No one's calling on the Skype. Still a good audience watching. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're just living the dream over here. John Lillian, Owen McKeever. Now I'm trying to think of what to do next. Do I get into some topics? How long's this stream been? I want to go to the pitch. It's 40 minutes. I've given you guys 40 minutes. You've given me your time as well. Jade, actually, I'm going to Liverpool on Sunday. With some money you get donated, go to a game at Anfield. I'm sure someone will give you a place to stay. They will. A lot of my subscribers have offered me tickets and a place. Like, when I go there, if I have cash, I don't want to bother anyone. But I'll definitely meet people, and I would stay at people's place. I just, I just really appreciate everyone's welcoming spirit over there. So just going there is going to be... What am I supposed to do? I'm not wearing the pink shirt, I want to meet people, but I don't want to stand out too much. I just want to go in humble. Did you ever think your channel would be this big? I thought we would get big. Once the reaction videos got to a certain point, I realized they could get big. But it's been a learning process. The way I view this show and things online now compared to last year, compared to a month ago, compared to 3 months ago, 3 years ago, it's, I didn't see it coming to this. But I should have known, because I'm really good at interacting with people. It just wasn't the time. The channel wasn't ready for it yet. What happened to Scouser? He's gone into hiding since for exit. Listen, you can't have the Scouse man all the time, all right? He's a legend on this show. You won't want to leave the pub, mate. I know. It's gonna be awesome. I have to get over there, and when I'm over there, we can do all sorts of things. I want to be able to stream over there. I'd love to do a pub reaction video over there. I got to get over there. Don't be silly. You and your family can stay with me. Exactly. Tommy Walker, Press Firmino, who's in the States. There's been at least a few. I really appreciate that. I definitely got to meet every one of you when I get over there. Daniel Alexander, I'm a Scouser. I'll come on and give real Scousers' opinion. Oh, this guy can. Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah, come on. We thought you were a troll. But yeah, you can call in anytime, man. As long as it's, sometimes I can't bring in callers depending on what's going on with the show. Owen McKeever, meet up with subs and maybe have a game of footy would be great. Sure. Louis 11, I'm kind of new to your channel, but I enjoy your live streams. Thanks, man. Get in there, Mohammed Salah. I see your avatar pic. I appreciate it. Harry Granger, cop is the biggest family in this flatter. The flat earth guy again. Get out of here. Your soda is flat. That's my comeback. Deal with it. It sucked. All right. Everyone, you guys are all great here. I really appreciate it. Nothing really else to talk about unless you guys give me topics. I really don't want to force a show at this point and go another hour. But if it's worth going or we get a Skype caller, maybe we keep going. How did I get into LFC in the first place? Dad's been a fan since like the late 50s. And I came in on the heartbreaker. All coincides with my life, right in my face, as per usual. But yeah, go get it. My last name means red. It all makes sense. I wish I could get into more things, man. Like, my life is such a trip. Especially when you get the things where you think it and it happens, or like it's a moment happens and then it's so big you're like, there's no way this is a coincidence. I get lots of that stuff in my life all the time, especially with Liverpool. So wish I was a fan and into it much longer though. Tony Stark, there's all the talk of transfers coming in, but who should we sell this season? I haven't really looked into that. No major players. No major players like Lallana, Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum. None of them are getting sold. I think that's kind of obvious. Grujic may get sold, get out on loan. I think Markovic is already gone. He's been, gone for a long time, right? So he wasn't going to get a place anyways. Jari is already gone. I don't know. I'm not really into all the young up-and-comers. The obvious ones I am, but I can't tell you who. Obviously, Flanagan's gone, and Sturridge has to go, yeah. See, for me, it's like my brain, he's already sold. That's how I look at these things. I barely get in. Once I know it's done, I'm just like, Origi, yeah. Came back, Sone. Bro, do you know how much upset that Nabil Fekir transfer not success was the reason behind of what? No, call in. You were upset when we didn't get Fekir. It's all right. It's still gonna happen, in my opinion. The kit is announced tomorrow, mate. Yeah, the kit and then the fixtures. So we got some good talking points. Moreno's got to go. It's a shame, man, because he's totally useless as a left back for focus. But he's got so much talent offensively. Moreno's not going to get sold. Danny H. Hey, Sean. Go get it. Go get it. Joe Allen. All right. What's going on, man?
How you doing? You all right?
Doing good. Good, brother. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad. No, I was having a little bit of a joke with Scouser. We didn't take it too seriously, but I could smell a rat with that instantly, and I didn't think with the Fekir deal necessarily that the deal was off. From as soon as the story broke, my initial thought actually on the Fekir deal was it could possibly be a media stunt. Obviously, with the world looking at Liverpool following the Champions League final, to have a bit of a conflict or a stalled purchase of a player kind of draws media attention, which inadvertently obviously puts the share prices of the clubs up due to the focus of the media on them. So I thought that could have been it initially. And then obviously since then, the Lyon share prices continued to fall again, which makes me think the directors and the board of directors, with it being a PLC company, are probably going to put pressure on the president and the people involved in the sale to actually sell him to Liverpool, because he's been pictured in a Liverpool kit, for God's sake. I mean, I think you mentioned it's like Gerrard. It's like Gerrard, for example, when Chelsea were trying to come in for him for 50 million, being seen in a Chelsea kit, doing the interviews,
really?
And then coming back. Can you imagine that happening?
Steven Gerrard putting on the kit. I know. I know. That surprised me, though. I knew it was close, though. I do remember, because I wasn't following back then.
Yeah.
But I remember it being close. Wow, it was that close. He actually wore the shirt.
Well,
that's what caused the slip. That's what caused the slip right there. Yeah, Gerrard. I'm just joking. It was against Chelsea too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see Gerrard going to Chelsea, and I think as
it's so
he said,
good that he didn't.
It means more to him playing for his boyhood club than it was having the trophies.
He's a diehard loyal. He's a legend.
I mean, I think with a player like Fekir, though, I think even with the knee injury, I think that's just speculation. Anyway, he's played 2 full seasons in the past 2 years, playing about 40 games a season. Okay, fair enough. These ACL injuries can have can rear the heads again over a period of time as the ligament starts to wear. But I don't think. I mean, that could happen with any player. I mean, look at
Exactly.
What you call it, the Ox. He's out for 6 months with a similar sort of problem, but he'd be back. And I think if you're going to pay 40 million or whatever it was for Oxlade-Chamberlain, then 53 million, an extra 13 million seems reasonable.
We should have just got him.
I
know what you're saying.
Him, yeah.
I know what you're saying, man. I agree. If he's been playing that much consistently, and that's why I said, like, obviously it was bad what happened. He had to have his knee replaced, but he's been consistently injury-free. He's playing at a high level. So I think we just want a bit of a lower price on what already seemed to be a pretty reasonable price. In that regard, I'm a bit disappointed, but I get it.
It doesn't surprise me, to be perfectly honest, simply because FSG they're a business at the end of the day, but their business is in improving sports organisations, and turning a profit from them whilst preserving the history of whatever club it is the taking over, and they've been seen to do that before, with over in the States. So this isn't. I don't see this as they're looking to profit. I think they are just hard negotiators. But on an equal footing, you look over at Leon, their president. He is just as. Look at the Lacazette transfer. They've got form for this type of thing. But I think now, as I say, he's been seen in a kit. He's done the interviews. Their fans know this. And this is their Steven Gerrard. You know what I mean? I just can't
he's a big piece.
Their fans, and after he's give them the service that he's give them, they're not going to then say, look, actually, we've seen you in Liverpool kit, and we're basically going to agree with the board that you shouldn't have your dream move. I mean, even the likes of Coutinho, as much as I hated to see him go to Barcelona, he did put in a hard graft.
It has to happen.
Liverpool. Yeah, and that's
once
it.
Once it goes there, it has to happen anyway.
Yeah, it's not a dictatorship. It's not like, well, once you sign on the line, you're selling your soul to Liverpool and you can never play for another club again.
No,
at the end of the day,
we are hypocrites a little bit, right?
World club, aren't they? And hopefully he will have helped us in developing our team so that we can get to that same level. But you can't ask him not to, kind of do what he's dreamt of since he was a kid. It's always been his dream. All the South Americans, that's their, Real Madrid and Barcelona are the two clubs they look to aspire to. But hopefully one day, if we continue to sign players like Fekir, we can, like in the 1980s, get back to.
Well, I think we're there right now. If we had won had won the European Cup, man, like even without it, we're rising like crazy right now. But it's a shame we didn't. I know what you mean. We go into dynasty mode. God willing, we have Klopp for at least another 10 years because he definitely has the ability to do that. At the end of the day, it's his choice because he's got a family and he's got to deal with life. But Klopp is so intertwined and in love with the club that I wouldn't be surprised if he coaches till like his mid-60s with us. Maybe even
I completely agree with you.
I mean, if
you put yourself in his shoes. Yeah, I mean, if you put yourself in his shoes, I mean,
look at how much he loves the club.
It would drive him insane. He plays. I mean, in the Premier League, he's playing against teams like United, Chelsea, Tottenham. He
knows he'd be missing out too.
Well, this is it. Even the big rivals in the UK, in probably Man City and Manchester United, I mean, they just don't have the same sparkle that Liverpool have. They don't have. No. I mean, okay, Manchester United's got trophies and they've got heritage but they just don't have that X factor that when you go to Anfield, there's just something else that you can't explain what it is. It's in the atmosphere.
They'll never have that.
It's in the fans. Do you know what I mean? And even Alex Ferguson said the same thing. That the fans were shite, and onto a better word, to quote him. But it's like even Alex Ferguson.
Oh, he said that about United.
It was in one of his books, I believe. Yeah, I've seen a couple of quotes. Yeah, even he came out and said that he was disappointed in the fans in the book. Fergie's
a legend, man.
There's a history of United fans kind of showing them traits, and I think that's what's nice about Liverpool is the fact that it doesn't matter how far we fall or how big the mistakes are. Like with Karius, in the Champions League final, I mean, you can't have a bigger blunder than that. And he went over, apologized to the fans. The fans gave him a round of applause.
What do you do at that point?
And it's just one of them, isn't it? But we get on with it. We're Liverpool Football Club.
We freak out, we rant on the show, but we're not going to be total assholes forever. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Liverpool fans are definitely class. So there's something special about Liverpool.
I think if you look back at the history of the club, my great grandparents actually met in the Kop, believe it or not. And then obviously, so there's the heritage going back where my sort of ancestors if you like, have met in the Kop and stuff like that. So there's a real history and a thread that runs through the city, and it goes back to an era of the Beatles and the singing.
Yeah,
singing in football games pretty much started at Anfield. Around the era of the Beatles, they'd sing songs like "Hey Jude," which Man City have kind of borrowed off us because they've got no.
I think didn't Arsenal play it? I think I've even heard it at Old Trafford. I've heard "Hey Jude" at a number of things.
Yeah,
what's a trip though? I heard that McCartney apparently is a blue. He likes the blue shade.
Surprised.
That's what I heard. I don't know. I'm very disappointed if that's true. But
was that my dad's blue, and it's that's how divided the city is. I think, do you know what it is? I think it's like in the UK where you have like Brexit and Remain. It's like, if you're not really that interested and one of your family members is Brexit, people just for the sake of doing it go on the opposing side. I can't see any other reason than that to support Everton. Except being opposite to Liverpool. I can't. The style of football isn't exactly attractive to watch, is it? I admire the loyalty and stuff like that.
I admire the loyalty, but I feel kind of bad and sad. It's like you guys are really like, especially how we're going into dynasty mode, and just it's all like getting so big at Liverpool again.
But it's funny because when Liverpool play Everton, obviously there's the rivalry and stuff like that, and I think it has died down over the past few seasons. I don't think it's quite as intense as what it was as Everton and Liverpool have started to get a bigger gap. But in terms of if you look at the likes of when Everton play Man United, you now get a larger core of Liverpool fans who'd probably prefer to see Everton beat United, whereas in seasons gone by they'd probably be the split or maybe want United to do Everton. So I think now it has turned a little bit, and it's brought the city together a little bit, and I think Everton fans aren't quite as bitter as they once were. But I personally would like to see more money put into the team, because I think if you've got two successful clubs in the city, it's great for the local economy and stuff like that as well.
That is true, yeah.
I think it's good for the city to have two teams. So I wouldn't like to see them drop away too far down the league. I quite like the competitiveness of it, really. And even on the derbies, you see Liverpool fans and Everton fans sitting side by side. If you go across over to Manchester, they've got 10 rows of police separating them because the clashes are so violent. So I suppose you could look at it that way.
It's hilarious that City's doing so well. This is
yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's really flipped on its head, hasn't it? I actually probably look forward to the City games now more so than I do the Man United games. I'm not even really that bothered with the Man United games. It's obviously sour to lose them, but I probably, looking at it that way, I probably look forward. In fact, I went to I didn't go to the Champions League game, the last one against City, but I went to the Premier League one where we beat them. I think it was 4-3.
Yeah.
And that was, the atmosphere and stuff was just electric, which if you can get over it to see a game, I'd definitely come over, because it's...
I got it.
You can see it on the TV and you can sense it, but when you go to the ground and you really hear the volume, because microphones can only pick up so much, do you know what I mean? They can't.
You're right, they barely pick up anything
in the air, and the hairs on the back of your neck when we sing "You'll Never Walk Alone." It really is something else.
The problem is I do my live show now. So what am I gonna do? People want to see me live during the match.
It could be crazy. What I was going to suggest here is a bit of an idea for the channel. If you've got people who watch the channel who are maybe going to the game, maybe if it's on a Saturday, like a 12 o'clock kickoff, I mean, then again, it'd be pretty early there for you. But if it was an afternoon kickoff, maybe doing a Skype call, but like on video, you know, I can do a bit of an interview from a couple of fans and stuff like that. Sure, if you kind of reach out, you know, Liverpool fans are always looking to help each other out, and if there's people there at the game, then I'm sure they'd kind of get on board, because then you could have a little bit of what other channels do, where they kind of.
I know that's where I don't have the advantage. I'm way over here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will do that. I will do that. That's a great idea. I was thinking about that for match day. If I really get on my A game, I'm going to be doing maybe like 6 or 7 live streams.
Yeah.
I normally do about 3 or 4, but I want to do about at least 5 or 6, a little bit stuff before it as well. And maybe, I just roll live and then take little cuts of either do short. I don't know. I got to figure it out, but you're bang on with that idea. That's a great idea. So. Yeah,
I think you know, watching. I mean, I've supported Liverpool. I think pretty much, you know, since I could walk, I was in a Liverpool kit. It was mainly my granddad kind of who got me into Liverpool, because that side of the family's all red and the other side's blue. And I mean, as this, I've seen this progressively increase, like the Liverpool channels and stuff like that. I mean, I think this is only the beginning. I mean, I think Liverpool is on a massive up, and obviously as Liverpool improve as a team, that's going to sort of increase in terms of the capacity of the audience. So then obviously the Liverpool channels, you know, I know one of the guys over on the Bench TV. You know, I'm watching these channels, you know, increase in the number of viewers, and
they're getting featured too, right?
They are, and it's great. You know, it's great. I mean, it's good. Obviously, there's competition between different channels and stuff, but that's great, because it makes everyone want to up the game, doesn't it? You know, but I think it's good
that's
for
what
Liverpool,
I'm realizing,
because obviously you having a channel's advertising the club as well, so it's like that, you know.
I'm pretty sure, unless I was being trolled, which I'm pretty sure I wasn't, the PR manager from Liverpool contacted me, and they've yet to get back to me via email, but they contacted my YouTube channel. I checked it out. They looked legit. Yeah. And they were offering to send me news stories and videos. So I'm going to have that angle too, right? So it's a big deal. You're right. It does promote the club, and it does well. And there's a lot of buzz and a lot of, you know, competition for views, but everyone's gonna watch still.
What do you think
anyway.
In terms of like over in the States and whatever, do you think it's sort of what do you think the influence FSG's having over there in terms of the support for Liverpool? Are they not really pushing it too much over there?
I don't know what they're doing as a business for Liverpool and advertising over here. There's probably a little bit of things they do, but I don't think they really make Liverpool's so big, even over in North America, that there's a huge amount of fans over here. There's just no, it's not England, it's not Liverpool, it's not Europe. So it's kind of, you know, there's only so much you can feature for football when there's a basketball game on. There's only so much you can feature when Americans are into baseball, Americans are into football. And so there's always going to be that bit of a hurdle over here in North America. Even the way they cover Liverpool big news, like ESPN's a great example, not just Liverpool, but football news, they're usually rather poor at it. Yeah. Because they're great at basketball. They're great at baseball, football. They're all the American sports. So it's big over here, but it's quiet over here. So it's kind of cool that, go ahead.
Sorry, I just meant to ask as well. I meant to ask you this earlier. I saw a bit of an update on the Alisson situation yesterday, but I didn't know how much truth was in it.
I didn't buy into it.
Apparently they've made a bid, but it looked a bit on the low side to me, because I'd seen figures around the 70-80 million mark, and these were talking like 60 million.
60. I saw that. I didn't know if I couldn't find a link or an article on it. I think that might have just been someone's tweet. Sometimes people will tweet and the account will have like 100 or 200,000 followers, but they're really not, they really don't know anything. It's not hard, just for you guys to know, anyone can get 100,000 followers on Twitter. It's not hard. Trust me, I could do it right now. I just haven't had time, and it's good for the show if I add more people and follow more people and get them following me, because it'll just up my numbers. But I haven't really been too concerned about it, because we're doing great and everything's fine. So I think that's the problem. Is a lot of the times those are your sources. So it's really.
I think it can water it down.
Now I'm not talking. I'm not talking about. When I say 100,000 followers, or whatever, I'm not talking about Dave O'Seacott, Melissa Reddy, Paul Joyce, James Pierce. I'm not talking about them. They're legit. They're huge. But what my point is you'll have some other person or some guy or whatever just have like a jacked up account, but they're not a source and they don't really have a source. But but when you look at their thing, you're like, oh well, he's got 100,000 followers. He must be something. But those
you see people like Paul Joyce. With people like Paul Joyce, it's a two-way street. Obviously, he's reporting on stories to the fans, and obviously those stories are coming out on his Twitter and different things. And then people like yourself are obviously, speaking to the fans about it.
For sure.
But it's important for him to get a clear view on what the fans are thinking. So, like with channels like yours and stuff like that,
that's true.
It's important for you then, I think, for him to build relationships with channels like yours, so he gets a feel for what the fans you're talking to think. So then, obviously, he can feed it back. Because I'm sure, like you saying about,
I think he knows
too, reached out to you.
Yeah. I think like the thing is guys like that, they get that reputation by building that reputation. So I'm pretty sure he already knows, like whoever's really in at LFC on Twitter, like all the fans who really know who to look at and what's going on. Yeah. We all know who's who. So, but I agree. It would be nice for them to learn and say, "Oh, that guy retweeted my thing. Let's check out his show." Oh, okay, he's a little crazy, but
well, this is it. Because
it's a good way to gauge it.
There's so much disinformation coming out, isn't there? Like about different players and all this. Yeah. I mean, I don't personally. I think Liverpool may have had a look at Shaqiri, but I honestly don't believe that you would see Liverpool failing to secure the signing of a player like Fekir and then bringing in a player like Shaqiri, because it's going to make them look stupid. You better sign in, if you want to go out and get your man and you fail to do it, you better either getting someone on par or not signing anyone at all, because once you set the bar so high and then the fans see you go below that bar, it just loses credibility instantly. And I think if you brought in Shaqiri, I mean, fair enough, he could sit on the bench, but even so, I mean, is he, if you look at players like Danny Ings, they're not going to come on and change a game, and that's what Liverpool
very rarely, exactly.
You look at the Champions League final, Bale coming on and scoring over a kick, that's going to be remembered for generations. Danny Ings isn't going to come on and do that. If Liverpool want to compete on the main stage, that's what you've got to have. But it is really hard to do it, because
how are you going to get Bale on the bench though?
Exactly.
It's just only Real Madrid and Barcelona have been able to pull that off.
The bench.
Yeah. But that doesn't last too long either, because you only get about 1 or 2 years where a guy's willing to do that, and he's like, well, I'm off.
Well, this is it.
The reality of life is you can only, even juggernaut like teams, or not in any sport, right? You can only be. It really takes a good group, a group of owners, a great coach, the right fans, the right moment to keep it going. Otherwise, you're going to be limited.
Yeah.
But football, there's no cap. People can buy, and contracts are rather meaningless. So,
well, I think obviously Man United fans, I mean, they're looking at that situation now, aren't they, with Ronaldo and Bale?
Oh, by the way, everyone loves you in this thing. They're saying you got to come on more. You're a big hit. You're a big hit, man.
You know what it is? I just speak me mind. Sometimes people don't agree with me, but I just.
No, this is great.
I'm quite opinionated, but I don't know many Scousers who aren't, to be honest with you.
For sure, that's a good thing, man.
I think, but there's a line of kind of having your opinions and then taking other people's opinions on board as well. And I think sometimes, it can get, with some people, it can get a bit heated and stuff. But it's like with Man United, you look at the likes of Gareth Bale now and Cristiano Ronaldo. For years, we've been hearing this drivel about how Cristiano is going to come back to United and all. I'm not being funny, but he's not the player that he once was. And the thing is, if they wanted to spend a massive amount to bring Cristiano Ronaldo in this transfer window,
they could get better pieces, though.
I would love them to do it, because they're going to spend an amount of money on bringing a player whose legs are about to go, when they could have spent that money on buying 2 Fakirs. Do you see what I mean?
I see exactly what you mean.
So I think it's a great idea. They're not going to
be set up. I would be fun. I don't think that'll happen. But I think Ronaldo's going to retire at Real Madrid. He'll probably play 2 more seasons maybe even more. I mean, how old is Ronaldo anyways?
What, he must be 30.
He's not that old.
No, he's not that old. I mean, you look at Milner.
What he has to do. Honestly, Real Madrid, they're cakewalking MFers, okay? He doesn't even have to work. He does work hard when he needs to, but he doesn't have to do as much running.
Well, I think people forget. You look at Milner, for example. I mean, as time goes on, sport doesn't stand still. You've got people there who are sports scientists who are coming out of the best universities across the world, who are being basically extrapolated from some university like Cambridge or Oxford. They're bringing these kids in to clubs like Liverpool and doing scientific experiments to work on how can they get more oxygen into these players' muscles, how can they improve development, and these things are increasing massively year on year. So players like Milner, who maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, would have probably ended a season ago, now because of the advice of the doctors and the medical staff and the people who are working on the sports science side of things, they're able to help these players develop longer into their careers. So like we saw that age of player, where we started bringing in 16-year-olds. Michael Owen is a perfect example. He came on, scored, I think when he was 17, he was one of the youngest players, or may have even broken the record at the time. I think, you've got players like that who are coming in younger, I think, but now people are starting to forget about the fact that players will now start to be able to play a little bit older than what maybe they could have a few years ago because of the development of these types of things. So, I think with Milner, for example, he's probably got another good season in him, hopefully anyway. I think obviously with them bringing in the new players like Fabinho, you're going to start to see some rotation, but that can only benefit us in things like the FA Cup, for example, and the Champions League, because they're going to be able to spread the game amongst quality players. So I don't think it's necessarily bringing people in for the bench. I think if you were looking at only the Premier League, then that would probably be the case. But we need to be a club that's challenging on all fronts in all competitions to try and put more trophies in the already full trophy cabinet. So it's.
I gotta cut you off for 1 second. Everyone loves you in here, man. You really are doing a sensational job. I really appreciate you calling in.
Cheers, man.
Steven Taggart just donated $10. Keep up the great work. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it, man. Much love to you. This is really going to help me out. Saves me a lot of cash building this website. Man, I can't thank you guys enough. Everyone's sticking with me, helping me out, donating everything, and as well as you calling in today.
It's I think some of it's got to be down to like the American factor, hasn't it? We over here in Britain, we love American films, and I think it's just something about the accent. I
have an audience. I thought like, to be honest, I figured, okay, I have had to go and fight against quite a lot of disadvantages doing a show like this. I started watching Liverpool. My first full season was 2014, 2015, and then in the 2015-2016 season, I started doing a show, and then we got Klopp like 3 months later.
Yeah.
I was learning the game still. I don't have an English accent. I thought, man, like, it was hard getting views. It's always hard getting views no matter who you are when you're starting. But people like to watch the show. I've had audio issues, and my mic hasn't been the best, and I'm learning as I go. That wasn't the best of times, but now with the production getting on par, like, this show's going to be banging. So again, I do know the thing is people can laugh and make their Yank comments, even though I'm Canadian. They don't know that I'm really good when it comes to sports, and just watch our live reactions. Whoever's seen our live reactions.
Oh no, I've heard you. I think you've definitely spot on.
People know that I know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to how the game is played and how to really know, like, the game itself, and the basically the movements, the players, the way the games tend to go. I have a very good instinct when it comes to that. I'm just gifted at it. I played when I was a kid, and I'm still able to play at a really good level, and I'm going to get in shape and do my football live stream in about half an hour to an hour just to have some fun. So, but yeah, people, it's different, especially my reactions are off the charts. even if they're a bit cringy sometimes, or I got to work on some of the audio stuff problems I've had. People love it, man. So I'm getting interrupted here.
Well, I was going to say, talking about if you want a decent microphone that sounds really, really good at a good price, there's a microphone called the Rode NT1, which is it's you're probably looking at about $100 over there or thereabouts. But that's a really good mic to get.
What do you call it? Rode NT1.
A Rode NT1, yeah.
Rode?
Really, just RODE.
RODE NT1.
Rode NT1, yeah. It's a look at it. There's a black one they've done now.
This one sounds better now, though. Have you guys noticed?
Oh yeah, no, it does definitely sound better.
What happened was it's all audio learning curves for me. I've got my audio here. I've got the audio for there's like 4 different audios I've got to watch when I do with this mic. I've figured this one out, and I've barely had to tweak it, so it sounds amazing now. It might actually sound amazing for the live match reactions. The problem was, as I had it jacked in the wrong departments. I also have this mic. Bam. This one was $500. It's actually, these are more from music. I'm a singer-songwriter. That's why I bought these.
Have you got an audio interface?
I do. I have a Motu Audio Express.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because that'll take a little bit of processing power away.
Yeah, you want your phone?
Oh, thank you. I thought I'd lost it.
No, I got it. I told you I'm going to need it for a bit.
I thought I'd lost it.
No, I got it. Okay, I'm live.
It's open, man.
I'm live. Put a shirt on.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Legend. So I got I'm gonna need his phone to stream from the park. So I got these 2 ones, and I haven't tried that one out. And I got a regular standard mic as well somewhere kicking around here. I probably won't need to upgrade my mics. But I'll look into that one. That's cheap too. $100 is nothing for that. So
yeah, it's really. I mean, because I'm doing a degree in a BSc in audio production. So it's like I've got a big thing about microphones and sound and music. So I was like, yeah, if you want a really good sound. Well, basically the Rode NT1 is comparable with the Neumann. It's comparable with like a Neumann mic, and the Neumann mics cost anywhere between, well, for an alright one, you're probably looking between $3,000 and $5,000.
Yeah, once you get into those nice mics, they're a lot.
Whereas the NT1 basically sounds incredibly similar. Like this, unless
people in the chat are getting okay. Hold on a second. People in the chat. Listen, I know we're rolling with the show, guys. They feel left out, and then now Tom M says audio production. Jeez, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
He's right though. We gotta keep it
channel for that.
The thing is we get too relaxed on this show, which is good. I want to be relaxed. I want to talk about the most random thing at any moment, but we always got to remember we got the show. People want to.
I don't know.
Our numbers go up though when you here's the funny thing: when you ignore the chat, our numbers usually go up, and our audience potentially goes higher. When I'm like, remember when I would do my show and be like, Sir Klopp, Tom N, Cray Brown, and I'd say everybody, they come in for the shout out and they're gone. So it's actually, again, we're doing a show. That's what people forget. But I'm so good at interaction that everyone's spoiled.
Well,
so they feel left out. Creighton Brown, fans feel left out, and he's crying. You crybaby.
Sorry, Creighton.
No, he's right though.
Actually,
they gotta learn to bounce back and forth.
People in the chat are thinking about, like, in terms of.
But they love you.
The transfer window and sort of whether people are optimistic, because I've got to be honest, when I first seen the Fekir thing sort of go on hold, fall through, whatever way you look at it, I honestly thought to myself, have we been sold one here? You know, is this basically some kind of a ploy so to kind of make the Liverpool fans believe that we're getting good investment, but then when it doesn't happen, it's not quite as bad?
I don't
think that's the case.
Fekir?
Yeah,
Fekir was done, man. We had it in the bag, and then we screwed
so
around.
Odd that they've not, like, I mean, if you look at a team of negotiators, and obviously Liverpool are back in the Champions League again next season. You know, we need those players to compete. So it's not like the year before where we're trying to get into the top 4 and maybe the season after Champions League. We're there now. We need the investment now, and we need the players to compete now. It's not a case of, we'll bring in one of the ones from the youth team or stuff like that. Yeah, I'm all for developments of the youth coming up within the ranks in Liverpool, but at the end of the day, you know, they're only going to be able to learn from the players that they're aspiring to in the team. So if you don't have your Fakirs and your Coutinhos and your Firminos and your Salahs, then these people don't have anything to look at and actually learn and develop from.
Yeah. I want to say, okay, so this Rossi Boy's face says this man should make a YouTube channel. He did say that earlier as well. He's great. Everyone's going to make a channel now. So we're just pumping out new YouTubers today.
Well, I'm quite happy here on yours.
No, I appreciate it. The more people that want to come onto mine, the better my show will be. So
yeah.
I really appreciate everybody's support. Only just seen the bell notifications, Scouser. You're welcome to call in at any time, man.
Do you know, it's funny, actually, those bell notifications, I have just, because I keep obviously going on to have a look at your channel to see what's going on, following the Scouser Meltdowns compilation that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching about 4 times.
It's funny, yeah.
I couldn't figure it out, and yeah, I think there's this YouTuber doing something where unless you really do put the notification bell on, you're just not going to find out that you're actually on live and stuff. So
yeah, I don't even if you do the notification bell, I don't think it works all the time. I'll get notifications for channels I'm not even subbed to, so they're doing cheeky stuff like that. They are notorious for steering views and for doing shady things like that. I'm just done with it.
Yeah.
I've basically realized YouTube is a platform, but I'm running a show that's on YouTube, but it doesn't have to be. I have to stop getting into the whole, oh, I do a show on YouTube. No, I do my own show that's going to be on my own website, and I'll put content on YouTube. That's how I have to start looking at them now and treating them that way. So, no, everything's cool. Like, I still feel I get screwed over sometimes, but I don't really, I'm just,
one idea.
I gotta perfect the show. I gotta work
when
on
you're live,
stuff.
I mean, and obviously when you're just rolling with the show live and stuff like that, obviously people can come on, have a bit of a debate and stuff about the club and whatever. But you could potentially have people send in, like, I don't know if you got a Facebook, but if they send in kind of a voice note of them giving their opinion, and then maybe in your spare time you could maybe edit together the voice notes of each person who sent one in, so you have like a little bit of a collage of people's opinions.
Be good.
And play that in amongst the live stuff or some, because there's so many ways that you can do it. And I think you've got
editing takes so much time.
There's so many people who are like so switched on with the club. It's like,
no, there's endless things we could do. I want to do that. In fact, what you're saying is good, but I want to do an even bigger version of that. This is somewhat basically what Arsenal Fan TV does now.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the game. It's all about posting as much as you can, especially in big moments. That's the secret. So what they do is they capture 10 interviews, cut them into 5-minute segments, and upload them and get a ton of views. So I'm going to do on my match days, maybe not right away. We'll see what level I'm at. If I can quit my job and enough people subscribe to my website, £2 a month kind of a thing, and I'll do bonus streams and all sorts of other stuff, then I can now have all the time. I can afford to spend time on really building the channel. So match day, we can literally have the live Skype call-ins. I could actually do an earlier show where I compartmentalize call-ins. It's hard because when you're live for that hour and you got to be live all day, where's your time for editing? Yeah. So I've got to learn the balance. This thing will perfect itself over time. And the legendary Scouser is actually going to be in this chat. So we got 2 now. It's going to be crazy, man. What's going on?
It's 2 Scousers and 1 Canadian.
That's it, man. We're living the dream.
It's gonna get a bit strange. Hi.
It's gonna be awesome strange. Turn up your mic.
I can't. I don't know why. I'm not gonna be here for long. To be fair, I've got to talk to.
Thanks for calling in, though.
But what I will say is to everybody is thank you for like joining in and having a good laugh and stuff. Hopefully we get Allison. Apparently there's rumours we're gonna get Allison. I got no idea if we're gonna get him. But in terms of what you guys were saying just then, I hope it's fucking true. Pardon my French. But I will be back later on. But I've got to sort some other stuff out. But
I appreciate you calling. If you want to have a laugh, I'm going to the pitch in my England jersey. He's gone. That's hey, I'll take that. Good having Scouser on for a second there. Sir Klopp, I will try to do that. Upload the small clips. Again, you got to remember on match day, I'm live an hour before, then the whole match, then after for an hour, or 2, and then I edit my reaction videos, which usually takes an hour or 2 as well. So I'm already busy for 6 hours. If I had an editor, that's the next level, is having a legit editor, but we'll get there. They're all great ideas. I've thought of those ones already. They make a lot of sense. But anything that has editing, man, it really takes your time. Like, that's why, you know, I mean, they're just really good videos when you edit them. So I'll work on it and we'll get there. Scouser sounds 17, but as a wife.
I've just seen that comment.
Scouser's hilarious, man. I want to thank Tommy Walker for a donation. He just sent me one as well. He was saying, thanks again, Tommy. I'll take a look at that. And you're my #1 donor on here. I really thank you for that. Yeah, so just shout out to Creighton Brown, Zedaretta Cully, and Clayed. But is that Canadian beard real? What age is that guy? I don't know. Steve, 37. I'm 36, so he's an elder. I've got to call him Sir Scouser now. There's Sir Klopp and Sir Scouser.
Sir Klopp.
Sir Klopp. We still haven't had Sir Klopp on.
He gets everywhere, Sir Klopp, doesn't he?
He does. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's got to call in soon.
Can you imagine if it was actually Klopp as well, and he was infiltrating these channels to find out whether the fans liked him?
Let me tell you something about what you just touched on there. There's a point where Klopp said he likes watching people react in their living rooms. I know he's seen our show. Our reactions are so big that I know for sure he's seen it, and he does refer to the people going crazy, and it's nuts. Our reactions are too crazy, but they're genuine and they're funny and crazy stuff. So at first I did think, I was like, maybe Sir Klopp is Klopp. Then I thought, no, okay, you know what?
You never know, do you? You think of all the players in the Premier League and all
know.
the players for Liverpool. There's got to be some of them who go under different pseudonyms on YouTube. You never know who you're talking to, do you?
Liverpool players have seen my show, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I know Klopp has seen my show. What was I gonna get into? But yeah, he's got to be smart about it, and obviously, Sir Klopp, I'm 52, the same age as Klopp. See, it's already halfway there. We'll get on Sir Klopp sometime, hopefully. But you know what? I think Klopp does watch the reactions, maybe a bit of other things he'll check out. But it's just awesome knowing that Klopp actually watches the show.
Yeah.
That's just a trip in itself. I'd love to get an interview with Klopp as well. That'd be great.
He's probably can you imagine he was sat there now? I can just imagine him with like a really expensive glass of brandy and a Cuban cigar sat watching your show.
Bro, I remember we'd always have this one subscriber, and they were not just a troll. I think they were a legit subscriber, and they'd make fun of his. This is when every time we'd have like a stinker, or he didn't make the right sub, or it was a bad draw or bad loss, they'd always call him a yellow teeth fraud. But he got his teeth. And I thought I was like, come on, that's don't go there.
I can imagine.
Maybe
Klopp
he saw it because he's got his teeth done, right? So
yeah, I can just imagine Klopp sat at home in a silk smoking jacket with Sir Klopp embroidered on the back.
That's forgetting Fakir. Sir Klopp says yes for getting Fakir. Imagine if it was him. Hey, my teeth aren't yellow, so it is him.
I think we'll get Fakir, and I think we're going to bring in a really good keeper as well. I'm hoping it's going to be Alisson, but if it's not, I mean, to be honest with you, people keep saying Jack Butland. I'd probably prefer to go to Everton and get Pickford than Jack Butland personally.
I
can't see that happening.
I don't know. I think we're gonna get Alisson still, but there's nothing to say that that's gonna happen. That's more of an instinct kind of guess.
Yeah.
I like Nick Pope. He's pretty good.
Yeah, Nick Pope's pretty good.
I like him. I don't see what our chances are of getting any keepers like that at this point. So hopefully we get Alisson or Oblak.
Yeah.
So I just want to read some things here. Let's see here. Claire Dean, so are mine, coffee and red wine. I know, sign of a good life. There's if you get a good, I'm not gonna try not to promote anyone here, but I used that whitening. This one guy came into my work once and he had like Bobby Firmino white teeth. Okay, I was blinded and I said, "Sir, Oh, hit my mic. Sir, where did you get the white teeth from? How come your teeth are so white? And he says, I thought he got work done. He goes, no, I just use this toothpaste. He uses there's a Crest, the white one, the whitening toothpaste. It comes in like a dark blue box. That one actually does work. You got to scrub a lot. And also what actually helps is an electronic toothbrush, which I don't have. So my teeth are pretty good, and I drink coffee all the time. This guy had white teeth and drank so much coffee, like 6 cups a day, he said. And I couldn't believe it. So
I've often wondered, is Klopp a smoker? Because
I've seen him with a cigar.
Yeah,
he'll smoke a cigar.
He seems like a cigar kind of guy.
Well, when he's won, like in Borussia Dortmund, I saw the picture with the giant, whatever. I don't even know what measurement of beer it was, but it's this giant thing. And then cigar.
A Stein.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, one of the massive glasses. Yeah, you could probably fit Michael Owen inside one of them.
I wouldn't drink it though.
Yeah.
Man. Bobby's wife's a dentist. Tony Stark, price as well, 50 mil for security. Shout out to Tony Stark, Joe Fizzo, Sir Klopp. Every German smokes, but only a few Germans are addicts. Yeah, smoking is terrible, man. It's hard. It's a hard habit to kick for people. I luckily was able to kick it. I got a gag reflex when it comes to cigarettes, so I'm pretty lucky.
One of my mates was trying to pack in smoking, and literally he packed in about 3 times, and then I remember him having a drink, and he was having a couple of cigarettes and stuff, and I said to him, he was like, "Oh, what are you going on about?" He said, "It's easy to pack in smoking. I've already done it 5 times," and I was like, "Well." It's obviously not that easy if you're still doing it, is it?
Yeah.
Like, just
you know what it is?
Managed to quit 5 times, but you forget
it's
to mention
willpower.
the fact that you started again.
Yeah, he's probably the type that could shut it off, but then he's like, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I
And
remember
honestly,
the days when some Liverpool players used to actually smoke while they were playing for the club. I don't know how the hell they managed. I mean, players like Gaza and stuff like that, I mean, they were a different breed altogether, weren't they?
Klopp is a red wine guy. I like red wine. Red wine will hit me though, because I'll drink a lot of it, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh yeah, it's wine.
Yeah.
So,
maybe you should start selling it. A special edition red Liverpool wine.
Yeah. You know what? There's a Twitter follower. If I have her link, what's her name? I think her name's Carrie. She's the Liverpool fan who travels everywhere. I've got her on my Twitter, and she sells a Liverpool red wine, and it says "You'll never walk alone" on it. So if you're on Twitter, look for, I don't know, I can't remember her handle, but if you type in, I think it's Carrie LFC, you'll find her, and she sells a red wine. It's a good idea. I should get in on that. But Liverbird wine, Sir Klopp, there you go.
Unless, of course, you drink too much and then you can't actually walk at all, let alone
Squeeze from a liverbird's tit freshly. There you go. I'll drink it. Why not?
Right, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I'm going to have to go and get me stuff to ready tomorrow. But I'll come back on again. Yeah, it's been really good talking to you.
You're already in the number one
in the chat for the nice comments, and hopefully in this transfer window we'll be able to. I'm feeling really positive, to be honest, guys. I honestly do think we're going to bring in. I think we'll get Fekir, and I think the only other addition I can honestly see us making, if we do, it will be a world-class goalkeeper. But I think they'll probably be the only 2 signings that we'll see come in, because don't forget, we've already got Naby Keita, a world star in the making, and we've got Fabinho as well. So
exactly. This is happening. Fekir Allison is happening. I will stick to that until I'm proven wrong.
Yeah, man.
And then we get a couple more surprises too. But those are the 2 big ones. And you see, like, you got Rossi Boy's phase, You'll Never Walk Alone, and 2 big red things. Yeah, there's 2 big ones. Shaqiri might happen, but he'll be just sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, you never. It's the thing, you never know, do you? You know, he could turn out to be an absolutely fantastic player. I mean, you look at Rashford when he plays for United, and then you look at Rashford playing for England. It's like seeing a completely different player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting too.
Now he's broke free from Mourinho shackles. He seems to be
Mourinho shackles.
He seems to be having
He's
a
a
good
talent,
game
man. Rashford's a really good player, man.
I wouldn't mind having him at Liverpool, to be honest.
I would
love,
buddy. When it was Louis van Gaal, I was like, why aren't they playing Rashford, man? And then they started to, I was like, man, I'd love to get that kid. Just being honest.
Well, it was a bit of a discussion, I think, on Sky Sports not long ago, and they were
Obviously, we
talking
wouldn't be able
about.
to get him, but
They were saying, like, you know, in years gone by, there were United players that you would hate. Paul Scholes, for one, you know, they were detested by the Liverpool fans, and partly because they were you know, prolific players, and in recent years that seems to have declined, and there's no one really who plays for United that I can look at and go, I can't stand him. No one really fits into that Scholes or Neville kind of category where you look at, even just looking at them turns your stomach, you know. But I think with Rashford, he gives you that, because when he's in a game, like in the game not long ago against Liverpool when he scored a couple of really good goals, you know, he keeps you on the edge of your seat, because you're thinking, don't let him get the ball, and if he does, you need to close down on him and make sure that you're not letting him make them runs in behind, because obviously he does pose a threat. And I think slowly, if he is kept at United by Mourinho, I think you could slowly see him become one of United's stars. I just don't think he's really been given the chance yet. And as much as I hate to say it, I do think he's an extremely gifted player.
He is. Yeah. No, he totally is. Yeah, I hope he leaves United.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Isn't he a homegrown though?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what area he's from, but yeah, I think he's definitely a homegrown player. Because there was a bit of competition, wasn't there? Kind of, not in terms of the role necessarily playing in for the team, but there was a bit of competition between him and, oh God, I can't even remember his name now. It was the other one, young up and coming player within United. He reminds me of Spock off Star Trek for some reason. I can't tell. I think it's the eyebrows. What's his name?
Steven Taggart. Thank you for the donation. God bless you. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Go ahead, bud. I got it.
And I can't think of his name, but there's a couple of them in there that's sort of up and coming, and I think they're going to be looking to replace the likes of Mata and that. So that's why I say we do need to up our game, and we need to.
And we're doing it.
Yeah, I think. Bring in Alisson. I think if everyone starts putting real pressure on social media and basically demanding these players, I think it'll put us in better stead, because I think we don't want to be like last year where we were going to bring in players, then they were sort of haggling over the money for Virgil van Dijk, for example, and then it didn't happen. We just basically need to go in there with a clear plan of saying these are the areas where we need to strengthen. We need a world-class goalkeeper. We need a number 10 to replace Coutinho. And we need to do it quickly so that when we come in next season, we can compete on the world stage and bring in more money and more fans to the club to help us reinvest again. Because if they keep doing this thing where it stagnates and then we maybe next season we don't make the top 4 and then you miss out on the European money, then obviously you just end up in this perpetual cycle of getting to top 4, Champions League, invest the money in the squad, then you lose the best player and you fall out the top 4 again. We need to be going for the first place. We need to be challenging City for that title, and we need to be getting back to that Champions League spot, so that if we come up against Real Madrid again a second time around, we can show them how we should have performed in the first time.
But we did perform. We did perform. Karius threw it away, brother.
Well, yeah,
I agree with you though. You're good. We are. Everything you said is happening right now. Fekir and Alisson.
With
it's
that
going to happen,
the Champions League final,
they definitely know what to do.
As soon as Salah went off, the heads just dropped, and
I
knew. Do you know what I mean?
But I still felt like we had a shot.
Was in that team, which is exactly what happened in 2005. You seen him; he was animated. He was like, "Come on, we've got to do this." And the fans started singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," and somehow, by hook or by crook, we ended up getting back
3 goals in 6 minutes,
and winning on penalties, and and I just didn't see that same enthusiasm. And I think that's where you need your Fekir. That's where you need that player to bring him off the bench if he is on the bench, or someone like that to say, right, come on, you're going to come on and you're going to change the game. Because I'm not being funny with you. Danny Ings, I don't really have too much of a problem with, but Solanke, and people can disagree with me on this, he hasn't, for me anyway, he has not demonstrated that he is good enough to be on that bench. Because I think he's come off the bench and I've seen him scored 1 goal. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he just doesn't have that cutting edge. He's a decent player, and I'm not knocking him in terms of.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean.
but he is not a Liverpool. He's not the type of player you want to have sat on a bench for Liverpool Football Club, a global brand. The world don't even know who he is. Do you know what I mean?
No,
we need the Bales on the bench. We need those types of players, and we need them game changers.
But
and
that's
I think
so hard to do, to get a Gareth Bale on the
this.
bench. It's nearly impossible.
Yeah.
What is good is we
are serious about this, and they, you know, they need to show us now. They need to show us that they believe in the club as much as the fans do. And the only way that they can demonstrate that is by putting their hands in the pockets, spending the Coutinho money, stop messing about with this Fekir haggling, pay the money that they're asking for. Because at the end of the day, would you want to risk not getting in the Champions League again and missing out on a top four? Or would you risk
or do you want to win the title?
10 million that you wouldn't necessarily have spent? Because realistically, and I know Scouser made this point saying 10 million's 10 million, but in 10 million to me is a lot of money. 10 million to Liverpool is the equivalent of £20 to me, probably. Do you see what I mean? You've got to look at it in the context. And at the end of the day, if it costs £10 to take a risk on getting us to finish the top of the league or to get into the final again next year of the Champions League, then to me, £10 million is worth that risk every day of the week.
Yeah, no, it is. That's where I thought, come on, we already seem to have him at a good price. Are we really going to still haggle him? Yeah. I get the, you know, the medical side of it, but just do it. I think it'll still go. I mean, when you know a player wants to come to you and it's pretty obvious that it's going to happen, I think that's why we're saying, you know what, we're the destination. We can afford to make this you know, critical.
Well, the only thing that worries me about them postponing the sale, you know, of Fekir is the fact that it makes me wonder: are Leon now going out proactively looking for that replacement? I know they're saying they've already identified one. There's been various reports across the press, but I just don't know whether there is enough activity going on for them to source a replacement. Because the thing is, especially with them being a PLC, they need the backing of the shareholders. If the shareholders start selling the shares, then the share price goes down, which leaves them with less money to reinvest. So if you were looking at this from a business perspective, they need to be seen to be acting confidently to say, right, look, we've had this offer come in from Liverpool. We're going to take this offer. In fact, we're going to, you know, we've asked them for an extra 5 million, whatever it is, whatever, you know, even if it was an extra 10 million. But we're now going to reinvest that money now before the World Cup. This is what they should have done. They should have done it before the World Cup to give their shareholders and their fans the confidence that their management team knew what they were doing. Now they've failed to get this deal through before the World Cup. It's making it more difficult for them. And any replacement they look to source for Nabil Fekir is probably going to cost them between 20 and 40% more than it otherwise would have done. So you've got to look at that as well. Yeah. You know, and when you start weighing all this out, it really does leave it in a 50-50 kind of a 50-50 kind of thing. Because, you know, if it was before the World Cup, I'd probably say I was 80% sure the transfer was going to go through. But now it literally is 50-50, and I'm not 100%.
Well, I mean, before the World Cup, there's only a few more days, so I highly doubt it. Well, you never know, but I still think it's going to go through. They've all flown out there now, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? They're all sort of getting on with the team talks and looking at the strategy plans and the statistics, and they're all getting their heads down to look at who their opponents are going to be. You know, their head is already in the next game. You know, they don't want to be dealing with transfers and stuff like that now at this stage, because they need to be working with the manager to build on the plan in order to further them in the World Cup. So this is why they wanted it done, you know, prior to last Sunday. But in the same vein, the way obviously Fekir wanted it done before the World Cup, any player that they approach to bring in as a replacement is also going to be having the same problems. They're not going to want to deal with this now, which means it's going to go right to the wire. So we'll probably be sat here, you know, in a good few weeks from now. Lots of live streams. There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
I'd rather just announce it, but well, I still think it'll happen. And I know I get what you're saying. I'm of the mindset that screw it, we should have just done it. But
Creighton Brown in the chat was saying, I think Klopp has an alternative. I think I don't know that he's asking a question, but I don't. I think I think Klopp's transfer the way he deals with his transfers is a bit like the way he deals with his football. It is like heavy metal. It's all or nothing. And I think he wanted Fekir. I don't even think he'll have any other players in his mind until he knows he can't get Fekir. I think
then maybe
he's the type of player he gets what he's the type of manager he gets what he wants. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
Looking at secondary, and I've been thinking about the Buvac situation, in terms of what were the real reasons behind that. I mean, there's lots of speculation come out, but there's been no official statement, and I wonder maybe if they had a difference of opinion on tactics, or if they had a difference of opinion on players that they might be wanting to bring in. This could have even been down to the whole Fekir situation of Klopp saying I want him, and Buvac saying he's had an ACL. And you're going to risk any hope that we've got. So you just never know what these things are over. But, I think I'd like to see Buvac come back just for the confidence that they've always worked together and always had success together. And we don't know what it's going to be like, a Buvac-less Klopp. We don't know what that looks like yet, really, apart from the Champions League final in which we got beat. So, that's going to be an interesting situation. That'll need to pan out as well. I know they've brought in, what's his name? The one of the ex people who was involved in the management team, but I don't think they're gonna, as Klopp said, he was the brain, wasn't he? So
yeah, they called him the brain. I have no idea what it was over. There was talks of it being over either a family issue, or the other one was when because this all happened when Wenger was gonna be sacked. It happened it happened right at the same time. So there was also a lot of speculation that he was in for the Arsenal job at the time and didn't tell Klopp, which could have made sense. That did make sense in terms of what could have caused an argument, but I didn't. There's no proof of anything. I haven't seen anything official. So I'm gonna guess, either he had a fallout with Klopp or family emergency type thing. I don't know. It has been a while too, and he never came back for the Champions League final.
What was the original statement they put out? Did they say he was going to come back at the end of that season? Because obviously he's not returned yet. Maybe he's looking to come back after the World Cup, perhaps, and they're just giving him a bit more time. But I think if there was any solid, decisions that have been made that he definitely wasn't going to return, I think we'd have been told by now. I don't think Liverpool would have left it this late. Personally, but I don't think they've come out with an official statement that he's definitely not going to return.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he will return. I just have no idea what's going on with him. I'm gonna guess it's something to do maybe with his family. Maybe there was a bust up too. Maybe it was both. Who knows?
Tom M made a good point there. He's just said Fekir is that good and unique. There will be no like for like replacement for him, which is quite true, really. After seeing the way he plays, he is like a Coutinho. Not like Coutinho, maybe necessarily in the style of play, although there are similarities. But I think in terms of the uniqueness of him, as Tom was saying, I think you're going to be hard pressed to find someone with that ability, whether they've got an injury history or not. I don't think you're going to bring someone in with that quality anyway.
Well, they have obviously, yeah. Like we're bringing in Fekir as a major role player. So who else were you going to do a panic buy now? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I'm sure there's players out there you could look at, but I'm willing to bet if we didn't get Fekir, then it's like, okay, let's change our game plan. Not just let's
you got to be
someone.
Careful. I mean, look at United with Sanchez. I mean, I don't dispute the fact that Sanchez was
he was good when he
was
like
playing
all
for
that
Arsenal.
money.
Yeah, sometimes I watched him come on playing in games and he was absolutely phenomenal. But now he's at United. He looks average at best. I mean, the amount of times I've seen him giving the ball away and stuff like that. And when you think of the wages that he's on, my God.
I know, for the money.
It's insane, man.
It's just like, I mean, come on. They'll never have a spending cap in football, though. There's too much money going around. I don't think they'll ever have a cap. maybe they have like a tax or luxury tax fee, but I doubt it.
Apparently, it's a breaking news coming out of something. Ant Dico, bad news, lads. Maddock from the Mirror is reporting Klopp doesn't want to spend 70 million on Alisson and looking at Pope.
I'll look at that. We'll take a look. Maybe that's worth. I actually do retweet some of his stuff. I follow.
Creighton's saying, Sean, do you think that the Fekir deal may be done, but they are keeping the announcement on hold till after the World Cup? That's a bit like what I was saying about the whole.
I feel like we're already in
doing
it.
A media thing with it, you know, to sort of keep the attention on the two clubs.
I think like back to what we were talking about with Klopp. We don't know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. So it's easy for them. It's easy for Klopp. They don't have to freak out. They have they are the news. So yeah. I think that it was all said and done. There's a little bit of a shakeup, but you know, as long as you didn't call Jean-Michel Aulas, you know, as long as you didn't say anything bad about his family or insult him massively, this deal's still gonna go through. So yeah, I think it's just now, okay, World Cup. Maybe we have a little bit more of a discussion on price. They know we want them. They know we're gonna pay, and you know, it's already in motion, this thing. Even though it's frozen right now, underlyingly, it's all set to happen once they decide, I guess, after the World Cup. So
on transfers, Tony Starks just put a comment in there saying 70 million is way too much. But I mean, I'm not that up on goalkeeper prices, if I'm completely honest with you. And you know, I know Alisson, you know, at 5 put past him by Liverpool, but you know, I don't know what his value or his price tag is set at, but I mean 70 million does seem high. But if that 70 million wins you the Premier League and potentially gets you maybe down to the quarters, semis, or final of the Champions League again next season, would you then look maybe to say you could offset the £70 million investment that you've put into a keeper on the revenue that you're going to bring in from the success that keeper is going to give you by being in your team? Because I think you can't just look at this in a one-dimensional sense of saying, well, we're going to spend 70 million on a keeper. If you spend £70 million on a world-class keeper and that keeper wins you a Premier League title, you're going to win vast amounts more than the 70 million that you've spent on the keeper in the first place. So you know, there's always risk in business, and obviously, you know, football and business, they're really closely linked together. But you know, I mean, for me, if I was looking at this, if I was sat in one of the directors' chair, I would be saying we can go on for the next 10 years not taking a risk, and we continue to not win a Premier League title, not win an FA Cup, or not win a Champions League, or we can go and take the risk of spending the £70 million on a keeper, still be within the budget constraints that we've got from the Coutinho money, but also have that chance of winning the Premier League title. So for me, the decision's already made up. If you don't invest, you don't succeed. If you do invest, there's a good chance that you will. And I think looking at the other teams around us that are all strengthening, with Man City, with Man United, Chelsea will be investing in their squad. Arsenal have got a new manager and they'll be looking to strengthen theirs. Then you look at Tottenham. We're surrounded by some fairly wealthy clubs who are all looking to strengthen in this transfer window. So if we don't sign that, you know, world-class goalkeeper and have someone on the same par as maybe De Gea, for example, we're just not going to achieve the same results because people know.
Too much of a risk.
I mean, look at Bale. You know, he struck the ball from 35 yards.
I know, I got to cut you off because they want to talk about the David Maddock tweet and talking about Alisson. I want to get into some shout-outs as well, do a quick little, let's see here, Creighton Brown, Kian Brennan, Tony Stark, Sean, Tom M. Sean, I'm moving to Orlando in 2 months. I think it's your time zone. Is it hard to watch LFC play? I'm in that time zone. It's all the matches over here. Early games are 7 a.m. and regular games in the Premier around 10 a.m. and then Champions League's afternoon, 2:45 p.m. Okay, so let's get into this tweet here. David Maddock. I got the article. He's tweeted a article from the Mirror. Okay, so what it says here. I first of all, I'm not buying into this too much. The first thing they say is Liverpool are ready to concede defeat in the pursuit of Brazil keeper Allison. So right away, I call BS. Despite rumors, because the thing about all these articles, when there's nothing certain, they want a certain thing, so they'll stand out, and it's like, oh, I gotta read this. So I always look down on these articles, but sometimes you got to address them and look at them. So despite reports coming from the players' home country claiming a Reds bid for $60 million has been lodged, and the Anfield recruitment team has made no such offer as. Okay, yeah. So let's see here. Let's see the part I wanted to read. That the fee is thought to be in excess of 70 mil, and with Roma adamant they won't budge on that valuation, Jurgen Klopp has told the board. See, I don't even know where they get this. Jurgen Klopp has told his board he's not interested anywhere near that figure. So I think they're just guessing with this. I don't think they really have any sources.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think that
I'm not reading much into this.
Would even come out, would it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna look. You got to be careful when you put these titles together and these streams together. So there's nothing
probably
major.
Just clickbait, that isn't it?
It is. This is just like the Skype thing yesterday, or Skype. I've called it that again. Sky Sports, for crying out loud. I did it at the beginning of my stream yesterday, and I looked like an idiot. Luckily, I watched it, and I commented. I was so tired, like I can't even put sentences together sometimes when I do the show. It's just I'm straining myself that much. But yeah, Sky Sports reported on that yesterday, but really, it's not much of a report. It's more, I think, they're trying to get a sensational clickbait article going. So I don't buy into this at all. There you go. Thanks for the tweet, David Maddock. All right, back to the show. I want to read some comments here as well. And I do have to go. We're hitting 2 hours. So we're at 1 hour and 55 minutes. I got to go. So we'll go in about 5-10 minutes. And I should have already been gone. I want to go to the pitch while there's still daylight. There's probably kids playing there now. I've missed my opportunity. I'll try to go live from the pitch. We'll see. Nick Pope is actually good. Tom M, Creighton Brown, Zeta Radicali, Tony Stark, Ant Ditko. So I got to balance out these Skype calls. That's the thing. I get a great caller like yourself in. It's a different type of show. And then you'll go on like with good content, but then everyone feels like if it's 10, 20, 30 minutes and everyone feels left out. So I got to learn how to dip in and out. You did dip in and out on some of the comments. I do appreciate you reading some of them. It's just this is all uncharted territory for us here on the show, so we gotta, it's all good. I don't lose anything.
That's why you need a little bit of an injection of Scouser, I think, every now and again, just to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
He's different. See, because he'll go so crazy that someone will come in and you're not even thinking about your comments. You're like, what is he gonna say next?
Yeah.
So, but no, my audience retention's gone up massively since I did this. So I got to keep this in the show. We'll learn how to balance it all out. Jason Archdeacon, I don't think the Fakir deal is over. It seems like LC found an issue. OL didn't like the offer since the medical issue was revealed. OL says the deal's off, hoping for a good World Cup performance to boost his worth. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna get him. Tony Stark, almost 2 hours. Geez, that went very fast. It did. Zeta Radicali, Creighton Brown. I'm not sure if I should get into any more there. Creighton Brown says, Sean, I have an idea why Skype called and asked the comments what to talk about for 10 minutes. Listen, it's very hard to do a show like this because the unexpected happens. Someone will get into, imagine taking 3 or 4 radio shows simultaneously and then throwing them into one. That's what happens here. I'll get one caller. I'll be like, oh, let's have a caller. It'll be interesting. But then he's actually the type of caller who could have his own radio show. I don't want to interrupt him because I'm in it and I'm thinking, oh, this is good. And certain like you, the way you're talking is like a show host. So you'll talk about your point, but then you elaborate on different and you branch out. So you could go on for an hour on your own, which is great.
Many hours,
bro. Like you have it in you. A lot of my callers actually, they're all characters. So they all have that. So I've got to, I don't want to be rude and cut someone off, but I am doing a show. So every now and then I might have to start getting a little bit quote unquote rude just to say, hey, let's just do da-da-da-da-da. We'll balance it out. It's all a learning curve. But at the same time, sometimes I like to just sit back, let someone have the reign for 10 minutes. Tony Stark, got to give it up for the caller, made the stream better than usual. He did. The stream's pretty good. All of our callers, it's been good. If it's just me talking and shout outs and that's great, but this is
You know,
another level.
one idea you could do for something like that. You know, a lot of people in the chat there obviously have got their own opinions and stuff about, you know, what players they'd bring in, and some people are really have completely opposing opinions to it. So you could put, you know, on the website, you could kind of put up a number of different polls that you'd maybe like to debate on the show, and then people who sort of vote one way or the other on the poll maybe could comment underneath as to whether they were willing to come in and actually have a debate. And a bit like the Houses of Parliament, you could have a group of people on one side and two on the other, and actually have a full-on debate about it, you know, and then obviously you referee it in the middle so Scouser doesn't take someone's head off.
It's funny when he does, though. That's the thing. What I'd love to do is, and I think you're right, that's a great idea.
Gotta love the passion.
I do, and I'm gonna also have my website so we can do other stuff there.
Yeah.
What I would love to do is a lightning round Skype call.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it's like 2 minutes, then I hang up on you. 2 minutes, then I hang up on you. 2 minutes or 5 minutes in this. So we'll see. I mean, it's just gonna keep going, trial and error, till we get a better rhythm. And honestly, this is a great rhythm already. This is how you learn. Matt Hantu says it's not rude, it's your channel. I agree, but if someone's talking, I'm still not gonna. You guys have seen me. I've sit back. There was one stream I was so tired a couple days ago. I literally just sat back while people chatted. It wasn't the most entertaining thing, especially when they're watching my face, but I was so out of it. I agree, it's not rude, it's your channel, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna cut off Aaron Matthews just out of nowhere when he was on a roll. So we'll figure it out. 5 minutes thing would be cool. It depends. I'm not going to have a rule in place every time unless we get maybe on match day or other things. But, you know, there's going to be a lot of work I have to do. And I think a lot of it we'll try the ideas, and the show will make itself over time. So I've learned that. You just gotta go one.
You know, I would absolutely love a show that was, you know, when the season starts again and we start playing, I'd love to see you and Scouser discuss any game where Liverpool have been beaten, and Scouser can break down whose fault it was, you know, and he can just go completely off on one. And while I'm on the thing of Scouser as well, if there's any people who are tuning into this channel who maybe haven't seen all the other ones, I would advise strongly that you go and check out the Shaqiri video so you can understand Scouser's passion, because I think I had to listen to it twice because it was like better than anything that was on the TV, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it again.
You know what ticks me off? That video only gets 800 views, but that's where they have like 800,000 views. That's like that's like crazier than Arsenal Fan TV. When this guy goes off, it's that fun. It's that good. So once people know he's a character more, that's where you cut the 5-minute video. When Arsenal lose, what do? You're like, oh, where's the video with Troops? Oh, where's DT? Oh, where's Tat? That's what we all do, and it's in the recommended videos. So eventually, I need to get to that level, because that's just logic. So we will get there. It takes a lot of time to do this, and I'm already. How am I going to edit when I have to do a post-match show, edit the live reaction video, which is the ultimate cherry on top for my show? That's my biggest thing. Yeah. But these Scouse rants are hilarious. That's also next level too. So we'll get there. But I really
used to produce a radio show called the Pete Price Phone-In on a radio station in Liverpool called Radio City 96.7. And I don't know whether people in the comments will mention this, but like if I'm sure they'll have heard of who Pete Price is. But he basically had success off the back of a radio show that was a talk show, and people used to ring in and prank the show and say crazy things and get angry about certain subjects. But that's what draws people in. It's that sense of you never know what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why I can't try to get too regimented with this show. I want to be a little loose, because you'll miss a great opportunity, especially on match day. Like, as far as I'm concerned, match day, it's going to be a free for all. And then I'll just, if I can cut a video, I will, or if someone else can help me with editing, that'd be great. But
you should be charging Scouser anyway. You're basically, it's better than psychotherapy or whatever. You're allowing him a place to come and vent all that frustration about Liverpool.
I am, but
charging people.
I could start charging people, but what I realize is characters like that could equally say I should be paying them. They're that good. So the happy balance is come on my show for
Cancel
free.
it out, free.
And help me out, because they're at the end of the day they're characters too, right?
Yeah.
If I told them all, if they ever anyone wants to start a show, you're welcome to. If you do a show and you want to crash my show, go right ahead. Especially if you're
as well. It was nice to hear Jack on.
Yeah, Jack comes in a lot. We're good friends, and yeah, he did that, and that's a classic example. Now we weren't doing the Skype live calls back then, but yeah, I was like, this guy's boss. We did talk on Skype. Him and Aaron from Out of City Cop. Aaron hasn't posted in a while. He had to go through some stuff, so he'll be back in the future. But yeah, like even I talked to Nerdboy, Karim, Scouser. I said, if you guys I just told them how much I appreciated them calling in and how good they were. And I've let people post a few clips from my show just because it was good content and they're contributing. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. But at the same time, I would rather just everyone do it here and make my show even crazy better, which people will anyways. That's what I've learned. You just got to be free and have fun, and it'll all work itself out. We're already a destination. So yeah, whatever happens is great. I'm all on board. So anyway, I'm not going to get into this too much. Kaibot's talking about Buvac becoming Fernabach's coach. He says they're going to announce it tomorrow. We'll see. That'll be a huge stream.
That'll be a big,
I'll just say right away I'll stream for that if that's the case. I'm not buying into it because I haven't even looked at a link. And you said it's on sportwitness.co.uk or .co.uk. We'll see. I mean, it'll be main news tomorrow if it drops. So thanks for the heads up if that's true. Sad that if he has to go. That's really, that'd be a bummer. So let's see. Serpent Line, get in there. Zetaretta Cully, Creighton Brown, Ant Ditko. Anyways, good seeing everyone here. I think that's it for the show. We could keep going. I want to go to the pitch, though. Let's have a laugh.
Yeah.
I'll do that, and I'll try to get my phone so I can read the comments and stream at the same time. But the camera won't be in my hand. It'll be on a tripod. And I'll film with a good quality camera in case I hit a few good screamers and I want to make a minute video. Clayed says keep going. Everyone always tells me that. That's why these streams are... Why stop?
You should get someone to film you from the sidelines and do one of them montages. Honest to God, you could probably put one together that makes you look better than Shaqiri. Do you know what I mean?
I'm good.
That's why I never believe them videos.
Yeah, you got to see someone live to see how crap they are. Like myself. I'm good, but I never practice keep-ups, so I got to learn that. I want to do the Gerrard screamers, but I've never shot the ball with my foot curled down. I've always I'm just really good at my side foot. I'm kind of like Salah, like with the side foot. Like I got big feet.
Killing it.
I'm agile. I got great accuracy with my side foot, and I rarely
Do you play on grass or is it AstroTurf?
No, I play on grass. I've only played a handful of times in the last couple of years, like 5-6 times.
Good though, isn't it?
Before that, last time I played was 1996 when I tore my ligament as a keeper. I played all positions too. So, Creighton Brown, Sean, try streaming for 24 hours one day. Challenge accept. Not right now, but one day I will do that for kicks. But it'll have to be at a time where there's no major, like if it's major stuff, I like to compartmentalize them to like an hour video or something. But yeah, one day I'll get ballsy and try and do that. Yeah, there was a riot today. A fan made a selfie with Salah, put his hand on his shoulder. Ridiculous. What are they
Was
thinking?
That true, that?
Well, I saw the picture of it, so I guess so. It's very hard to stream 24 hours. I could totally do it. Let's see. So I think, we will end it really soon. I do have to go. I'll try to do this live stream from the pitch stuff just for banter and some fun and to get in shape. Why not film it and throw it on your YouTube channel? And we'll see. I mean... I'll put in some good. I'm great at free kicks. You want to see a good free kick? No problem. I could replicate Salah's goal against Roma, the opener in the first leg, but I'd have to do it from the left side, kicking right with my right foot because I'm a right-footed kicker. I'm not good with my left foot on like really hard kicks like that, or not even hard, but left foot. I got a lot of work to do. Mad Hand 2 Sean, World Cup 26 is voting on tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. Good topic for the show. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. If there's some news on where it's going, yeah, we could talk about it. Tommy Walker, Sean, there's no keeper when you go to the pitch. Get a keeper, then see how good you are. Yeah, true enough. No, I'm pretty good. I actually know a keeper. The guy played with Andy Robertson on Queen's Park. So
what's his number? We should sign him instead of get rid of Karius. I'd rather put him in than Karius.
He said he's 26. I'm honestly a really good keeper too. So I wouldn't have pulled a Karius. I'm telling you, that's why I ranted about. I don't think it'd
take a lot to be. I think. Do you know what? I've seen.
It's not hard to be
kids in the Sunday League team make better saves than Karius.
It's not. If you have the instinct, you can learn all the other little things you got to remember when you're on the pitch, especially kicking it out, and most of it I'm pretty good on. But the natural instinct part, you need the cat-like reflexes. I'm really good at that. So some people are born into a situation and they have all the right setup. And there's other guys like me in Canada.
I'm going to start a Twitter campaign to get you in goal for Liverpool.
Do it. I'm serious. I could totally do it too. But yeah, I got. You know what I'd like to get is actually get some really good strikers or whoever can take good kicks and film myself saving. I did it once. I had some footage. I think I deleted it, didn't upload it, but I made some great saves. Queen's Park, Scotland. Yeah, it was cool, man. The guy played with Robertson. He's a Liverpool fan. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm being interrupted. No, I'm being interrupted and I'm live. And hold on, let me mute it. Hold on. All right, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Sean, can you handle the pressure? Please, are you kidding me? It's boring. Handling all the pressure. Yeah, no, it's not a problem. I wouldn't be nervous. And I'm not nervous even when I watch the matches and everyone's freaking out. I think I'd be all right. I wouldn't throw the ball
away. I'm terrible like that. Whenever the match is on, like I literally, as soon as the match is finished, I suddenly realise that I've got no nails left. I'm just got this really
bad nail biter.
Thing that I bite my nails when the match is on.
I don't get nervous. I think it's because I do the show. If I didn't do the show, I'd be looking at it more like an observer. Doing the show, I'm not kidding. It's like I'm in the match. I'm calling the match. I'm reacting to it. I don't even feel like when I'm streaming live. You know what? It's more pressure for me to do a pre-recorded 3-minute segment and get it right than to do a live stream. I'm just a natural at it. So I think in the matches, I'd be all right. I think I'd be so, listen, I'd be so amped to just be a part of the squad. You kidding me? Like, you're already a winner.
You should put yourself forward to do those charity matches, don't you? You should reply back to that guy who emailed you from Liverpool and say, obviously, I present on a Liverpool show. Can I be involved in one of your next charity matches? I'll fly over.
I should. I'd boss it too. That would be my tryout.
That would take the channel off.
I'd do it, man. I'd be good too. I could play any position. Honestly, if I got in shape and worked on my game, I'm confident I could play center back. Right back's a stretch because you need a lot of cardio for it, but I could get in a lot of shape. And keeper. I do have a lot of confidence. But you know what? When you're good at something, you're good at something. You had your beauty sleep last 36 hours. Zeddaradikuli, very good. Enthusiastic, bring a lot of passion to the game, Sean. And also your dad has the same. Yeah, dad's a character. We do. Are we getting Shaqiri? I don't know. Good comments, everyone. I gotta go. I think that's it for this show. So if you want more and you want to have a laugh, I'm going to go on the pitch. You should do a stream on the new fixtures on Thursday. Absolutely.
And help him out by hitting the like button.
Help me out. Yeah, hit the like button.
Plug.
No one ever... I don't have the thing in my video that says subscribe and like. I will have to start putting that in there. I'm going to work on a border. I wanted to get all these things in months ago. I just haven't had time. I've just been concerned with doing the streams themselves. You were a wreck against Dortmund. Yeah, it was crazy. Actually, I was more nervous back then. Now that I do the live show, I'm already amped because I do, I have a drink. I do my live starting 11 and I'm just like, I just go crazy. So you got to live the moment. You got to seize the day. And get out of here, Clay. Yeah, he's allowed to, whatever. It's funny. I got to be nicer with the trolls. As long as they don't tick me off, it's good for the show to have a troll in here every now and then. This guy's all right. So, much love to you all. Thank you, Aaron Matthews, so much for calling in. You've been great today. Creighton Brown, who's the dislike? 2 people, United fans? You never know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's got to be on it.
You always have haters, even in your best videos. There's always haters out there. Tommy Walker, much love. Thanks again for the donations, Tommy Walker. I think Tom M said he donated. I haven't checked my PayPal. Tom M and I think someone else donated. I apologize for not remembering. It's so hard to keep track of all this, doing this live at the same time, but it's really, really appreciated. And thank you so much. The best thing everyone can do is help me out. £2 a month when I start the website. Could be really soon. I say this every stream, but I do have the means to build it now within 24 hours. So it's in my hand. I can do it right now. That would really be appreciated as well. And I'll help drive my revenue so I can, take this show to much greater levels and get much more production. So I think that's it. Don't forget to pay your bills. 36 of us liked it. There you go. Steezor. This Scouser and one blue nose. Thanks for the great stream. Tommy Walker, Zetaretta Cully, Clay Ed, the Real Madrid fan, Scouser, the legend, Aaron Matthews, who's on live with me right now. Oh no, you're Daniel Alexander. Is that another guy? I thought you were, because Aaron Matthews was saying I want to come on. Oh no, you know what? I'm so sorry, bro. I thought you were that guy. I got it confused. Sorry, Daniel Alexander. He's been on for an hour. I don't even get his name right. I apologize, man.
That's quite all right, mate.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Like, I botch it every now and then.
No, it's been
Hey,
good.
I said that Skype released a report yesterday. Skype News. That's how bad I am with names. So Sky Sports. First minute of the video. So Skype released this article. Unclick, unsubscribe. But much love to you, man. Thank you so much, dude.
You too,
Thanks for calling in, eh? You're welcome to call in anytime. And I think that's it. Daniel's a legend. Antico, fantastic show as usual. He's gone. Thanks for calling again, brother. Up the Reds. Antico. Daniel's a legend. Darren, you the man. Daniel, I got his name wrong too. Much love to you all. Go get it. Live the dream. And that's it for this stream. Let me do a quick bit of shout outs. Shut off my Skype. I know you like the classic show where I'm right in there with the comments. Let me balance it out. The more time I have on my hands, the more I can learn with this show and really compartmentalize it. And I love just the free flow too. So we're going to get the best of both worlds. Go get it. Live the dream. Zetaretta Cully, Tommy Walker, Antico, Creighton Brown, Zetaretta Cully again, Steezor, and the list goes on and on. Antico, Liverpool Football Club. All right, that's it. I'm out. Have a good one. If you're around, I'm going to go to the park and see if I can do a live stream and put some screamers in. Take care. You'll never walk alone. Live the dream. Go get it, baby. And Nerd Boy Karim right at the end. Legend. See ya. Cheers.